So I just got an email to get my very first garden plot with the city of Ottawa. I put myself on the wait list in July of 2022, and I just got the email a few days ago that I was finally getting allocated a plot. I went and checked out the plot, and it was the center plot in the group of 3, and none of them had been maintained. And so I emailed the city, and it is July. So I emailed the city on Friday of our Canada Day long weekend. So I just heard back today, and I asked for one of the side plots because I can't imagine trying to maintain the center plot of a group of 3 if the other 2 sides don't get rented out. And so I am going to be taking you guys on a journey of a massive before and after. And so I'm just going to throw some videos in here of what I saw on Friday night, of what the allotment looks like and what you guys are in for, as I am going to transform this from a unmanaged piece of garden into a prosperous one. So I'm super excited, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. Now that I know which allotment is mine, I'm going to be heading over there this week so I can start the process. And so I'm going to start sharing it with you as soon as I get over there. It'll be in the next few days, and I can't wait to show you guys what this place looks like because it's unreal. If you want to stay up to date with everything that's going on with my allotment, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Guys, I'm dead looking at this allotment. I need to email them and ask them about the amount of garbage on it. Like, when was the last time this thing was dealt with? I need to show you. This is my new allotment, guys. Look, there's garbage there. There's garbage over there. Oh my god. It's insane. This is gonna be the most outrageous experience of my life. It keeps raining off and on every day here this summer. As soon as work gets out and it's the evening, it starts to rain. And I was like, oh, the skies are looking a little gray. Hopefully it doesn't start to rain. And literally, as soon as I walked out the door, it's raining now. So you're hiding in my front entry while I talk to you, but kind of annoying. So we are just driving there now, and both of us are very conscious of ticks and Lyme disease, and so we are wearing our long sleeves and socks and long pants. It's literally 26 degrees without the humidity. It is so hot out, and so we are going to get really gross, but I would rather get hot than get bit by a tick. So well, we just got here, and of course it's raining more than it has been this whole time. So we've pulled up beside it, and here's my allotment, but we can't get out because it's raining. So that's kind of annoying. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, it has stopped raining for a few minutes now, so we're gonna check it out and hope that those skies don't open up again. Okay, so we got them to cut the border, but they only cut the border on the outskirts and not, ooh, big raindrop off that line, not this border here. So we will have to do that. Overall, it's actually not that bad in this plot compared to the other ones. The other one had so much garbage in it, and so this one's actually not that bad. Hey, there's a hay bale. That's good. I could use that. And they come through and did back here too.
Is that the walkway, the shared walkway?
So, but there's 6 plots here that haven't been touched at all. There's another one there. This isn't too bad actually. Cool. But there's some metal and stuff here we need to worry about. What do you think?
Exciting. I'm excited.
Do you want to start working?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Bugs are out. Mosquitoes are out.
Of course they are, but we're dressed in our tick-proof material, so
We came prepared.
Hey, there's a hydrangea in here.
Oh, I know. Before we
So
start
I don't want to
whacking
cut that
everything
down. Yeah, so maybe...
Well, maybe you need to identify all of this, because isn't this mint?
I hope to heck it's not.
Isn't that love I mint?
Oh yeah, that's mint.
Is that even stock?
Oh no! All of this is mint. All along here.
What about the rest
Well, that's
of it?
gonna be fun. I don't know. A nice little hydrangea. That's so cute. Maybe we'll dig that hydrangea up and bring it home with us. Bring a pot with us. Okay, so I can't get the whole plot in this camera because I have you guys inside the car just to make sure if it rains you don't get wet, but you'll catch us when you can catch us.
I'm gonna start weed whacking this way.
What am I doing? Cleaning up? That is.
It looks like a daisy, doesn't it?
Kind of looks like a dahlia, to be honest.
You want to use a green bin? I mean, one of the...
No, I'm just collecting garbage right now. Oh, really? What happens if you keep walking? He'll just stay?
Hello! Oh, I'm friendly.
Raspberries in here.
I want to get that.
They don't look in very good shape though. Sorry? Yeah.
But to look up the front gates, if you guys want to park out on the outside,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you guys gotta go because we have to move the car. And so we will bring you guys back once we're done weed whacking some more and show you what we've accomplished for the day. So see you later. Okay, so we've been here for about half an hour and we got pretty well all of the weeds down to a couple inches. But we had to stop to come pick you guys up and to get coconut water because I am ow, thistles. I'm so thirsty because it's like 30 degrees out and we're in pants and a long sleeve. So we'll show you guys what we've done. And then I have a couple questions that I want your input on. I'll ask you guys questions and if you can give me an answer in the comment section, that would be amazing.
Get that dirty.
Okay, so guys, I found some peas growing and they're like well, these ones are ready for seed, but some of the ones on the top are so good and Colin refuses to eat it. He thinks that they're gross and I don't really know why. So
Whose peas are these?
they're grounds peas. Okay, so this is it now. Obviously we have a ton of work ahead of us. And so my first question to you guys is, how should I go about dealing with all of the ground that's here? Some of you are pretty passionate about no-till, and I don't know how to do this without tilling. So what are your suggestions? Tilling, no-tilling, what should I do? So that's the first thing. And now I'm going to show you guys what I've discovered while we were tearing all of this down. So first of all, I discovered that the ground is actually really, really beautiful soil. I don't think this was vacant for very long, so there's still like straw mulch here. It looks like there's some raspberry bushes right here. and that is kind of what gives it away to me. I'm surprised though, because the raspberries at my house are not even close to being ripe, let alone being done for the season. And then we have a ton of lupins, so that's really beautiful. And then next, I found some strawberries, and they're all flowering. Just shows that it doesn't really matter whether the ground is taken care of or not, that things are gonna grow. So here's some more strawberries right here. And then we've got, curious to know what this is right here. I'm not sure what that is. Ooh. And then we've got some nice daisies and some old onions by the looks of it right here. And then Colin went to town on the chamomile. He just cut that up. And then while he was doing that, I found some potatoes. So I'm gonna let those grow out. Like, why wouldn't I? So I got a potato there. And where's the other potato? There were a few. Anyway, for sure a potato there. And then, oh, here's another potato right there. And then, of course, the straw bale, which I'm really excited for. So I'm gonna need that. And then this is all the mint. But there is 1, 2, 3 hydrangeas here. And this one even tells you how expensive it was, $35. So that's kind of a fun find, because I might not leave them here. I might dig them up and bring them home with me. So this is quite a bit done in 1 hour's time. We have to take down that one thing there, but it's pretty strong, so I've been using the hori-hori knife and whacking it like an axe. Okay, so then my final question to you guys is, do I make my rows go the long way and have like 4 or 5 rows, or do I make them go the short way, like this way, short way across the garden? I know which way I want to do, but I'm curious if I'm not thinking about something related to the square footage or wasted space that you guys might have an answer to. So let me know in the comments how I should deal with the ground cover here, and then if I should go the long way or the short way. Hey guys, we just got to the allotment and we haven't been here in about a week and a half. And so we are going to be doing a bunch of work. We rented a really mini tiller from Home Depot. I have no idea how well it's gonna work. And so our plan for today is to clean up all of the garbage. We're going to get rid of all of the waste. I'm gonna dig up the strawberries and the hydrangeas so we can till around them without them being a problem. And then we are gonna till the place and clean up the edge here with this neighboring plot that hasn't been worked on yet. So come along with us. I mean, it's bad with the heat, but it's not like so unbearable.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
And we seem to have a decent amount of chicken wire that we can buy a little bit less.
Yeah, there is. I don't know if there's some of it's plastic.
Well, that is all, one whole side is chicken wire there. Okay, so Colin is going to weed whack the edge we share, and I'm going to dig up the hydrangeas and the strawberries for the tiller. And I'm taking the hydrangeas out. Look at this. It's amazing. So this one is called Vienna Rawi, a big leaf hydrangea. I don't think I saw that last time. So.
I told you about it.
Did you?
Yeah, remember I said there was raspberry, but I didn't know how much. You got a lot of them.
Yeah.
What are we going to do with all of them?
I don't know.
Alright, back to it. Finally.
I got some chives.
Hey, we're back at it. Got the ego again.
Okay, so it's so hot out that the camera overheated, and so I had to shut you guys off for a little while. It's really hot out, and so I have my camping chair, and we just put up some umbrellas, like rain umbrellas for the heat and the shade. So I am hoping that the camera stays cool now that you guys are in the shade, and we can bring you back on to watch as we work. So stay tuned, we'll see what happens. But it's gotta be like already 30 degrees out, and it's only 9:57 a.m. So I really needed this shady break. All right, we're gonna attempt the rototiller now. So good luck to us.
All right. It's on the choke. Wheels on. It's on.
Red thing on. Pull the trigger. And then it's gotta rest on your foot the whole time. Or something. It smells like gas. Quiet otherwise, man. Not sure how much it's doing. It's getting really jammed up. This should be fun. Maybe we have to constantly turn it off and clean it? This doesn't look very good, eh? This doesn't look so good. I think you're going to be here for a long time if that's what that thing is doing. Good luck to us. Do you think we need to turn it off and like clear it?
Pardon?
I think we're going to have to keep clearing the weeds out of it.
I think so. We're gonna have to use that rake and like pull it off.
Yeah. I'm going to go empty this.
Okay.
Because I think that's our only option. Has it been okay to clean?
Yeah, and I start raking a little bit. So it doesn't even have the right gizmo in here.
For what?
This bar over here has a screw in it.
Yeah.
It's not a screw that's actually fitting in there. They just placed a screw in it, so every so often I lose the screw.
Oh,
So I
that's
have to find
annoying.
it.
Hi, would you like some basil plants?
Actual plants or
Yeah,
cuttings?
yeah, we just planted them too close together.
Oh,
And you'd need to plant them.
sure. Sorry.
What could I put them in?
Oh, I can take them and then I'll throw them in these pots over here. Thank you.
Okay, enjoy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I wonder where it went. Okay, I'll ask this guy if he wants
Thank you.
starting this plot.
Yeah, we are.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
It's tons of work. We got a lot.
And lucky you have a...
Yeah, it's just a little small, so it's struggling, but it's going to help a little bit.
Yeah, so what are you going to do to keep down the weeds this term? This year?
Probably put some straw down.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with the pile of chips, wood
Yeah,
chips
that's
at the
for
end?
us. We
That
can
we can
use
use
it.
that too? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use a mix of the two then.
Yeah.
Maybe put the wood chips on the walkways and the mulch on the my mounds. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hey, Greasy,
Yeah.
I need your help.
Okay, what?
So we gotta find this bolt.
Well, you did a whole pathway across the whole
No, it
garden.
just fell down in the last little bit, so. It's a silver bolt. Did a good job, though.
You just like, that's what we're trying to do. The entire
Just the rose.
love it, yeah. Holy shit. Okay guys, so the tiller is not doing a very good job, and so what we're gonna now try and do is weed whack the weeds as low as they possibly can go, rake it all up, and then use the tiller so it doesn't get jammed up as much. So let's try doing that, because we're running out of ideas here and it's now starting to get to the heat of the day. So we gotta try what we gotta try. Okay, it is noon and it is just way too hot out. We really couldn't get a lot done. So we were able to till this stuff. We weed whacked over to there, and then the high stuff is all things that need to be done. But we are so tired and it's gotta be 35 plus humidity. We're in a heat warning, so really we shouldn't have been working till now, and I don't want to get heat stroke, but that tiller didn't really do as good of a job as we hoped it would, so we have to figure out now what we're doing next. I'd say overall it's starting to look like there was a garden meant to be here, and it's not just a field, and it's really big, so it's a lot of work. But I might have to come back alone on a weekday, figure out what we're doing. So until then, see you guys later. Guys, so I am home now. It's been a couple hours since we were at the allotment. We went out for lunch and a drink, which was really nice because it's so hot and we work so hard. So I think I've come up with a plan on how I want to lay out my beds and my walkways, and then I'm also have an idea of what I want to plant there versus in my home garden back here, and see what else we can accomplish, because I thought that test was going to take us 2 hours, and 4 hours later we didn't accomplish anything. I just wanted to show you some plants that I picked up from the garden center before we head to the allotment. So one of the problems about getting your allotment in the middle of July is that it's boiling hot out. Tomorrow with the Humidex it's supposed to be 35, today's like 28 or something, so working out in full sun with no shade is just incredibly hot. But one of the good things is that all the garden centers are on mega sale, and so I was able to get this $10 asparagus for $2.50. But to be honest, I can't really even feel the arms in here, and so, or hands, they're like these little claws, the roots, and so I need to check them out. Oh, there's a bee that keeps going by. I really want to check them out and see if they're even good, or if I want to soak them maybe. It says they're 2 years old, so maybe I only have to wait maybe 2 springs before I can eat them, which would be really cool. I really want to fill up the plot with a bunch of perennial plants, because technically this plot is mine until I stop paying for it, and so any investment that I put into it will continue on. So I am going to move my rhubarb plant there. I'm going to move some of the comfrey that I have right there, so that way I have a natural fertilizer on site with me. I'm gonna have the asparagus strawberries that I had dug up. I'm gonna return those back there, and I'm kind of want to do some blueberries, so I'm thinking about doing that. So we're gonna go tonight, and the plan is to build the trenches and the walkways, add some wood chips, mulch the garden as much as possible, and then if we can work on the fencing, that's a great idea too. So really our plan is just to get it set up for planting, and then I'm hoping to go back again another day this weekend, so that way I can plant the rhubarb, the asparagus, and all the things I brought. And someone was giving away some tomato plants, so I picked up 5 tomato plants. So, and I have the peppers. If you watched my how to grow a container garden video, I planted some peppers in pots, and I'm actually going to move those out of the pots and into the allotment, because why wouldn't I? I have so much space. So that's the plan. So I am going to catch you at the allotment next. Hey guys, we just got to the allotment, and the bugs are really, really bad right now, but also someone stole my fence, and I'm pretty upset about that. There was a chicken wire fence that ran the full length of the 50 feet, and I loved the fact that we had that fence so we didn't have to invest in much more. So we went out and bought just the last two 25-foot pieces that we needed to finish the fence. And we came here today and someone had taken it. So kind of not a nice way to start my day. Okay, so as you guys can see, we actually hired somebody to till this because there was no way that mini tiller was ever going to be able to do what we needed it to do. And so we paid 80 bucks and we got it tilled on Monday, and so we just haven't had a chance to get here yet, and it looks so much better than the way we left it last week. I'm still not over someone stealing my chicken wire fence, but my neighbor made a good point to email the city and ask them to see if they can email people out and ask them to return it. So I'm going to attempt that. So today what we're going to focus on, originally we were going to focus on building the fence, but now that half of it's been taken, I don't exactly want to leave any part of it here because we bought new fencing and I don't really want it stolen. So I don't think we're going to work on that today. I'm just going to start marking out where I want the pathways to be, and then they have a big pile of wood chips here, and we really only have a couple hours here today anyways. So I am going to start marking off pathways, and we're going to cover it with wood chips and then start building our trenches. So follow along. Hard to move with just like the rake. I don't know if there's better tools, but I don't really want to go out and buy different tools for the allotment because it starts to get really expensive once you're buying the fencing and the stakes and then any other tools you need. Like, just to get this going is an $1,000 investment, it feels like. And it's just like a lease, like it's not permanent, right? I'm being cautious of how much money to spend. And now I'm more cautious if people steal stuff. Like, that's like $50 worth of fencing. Can you tell I'm frustrated? And then this morning I got a rude comment on one of my other YouTube videos on the Easy Digger, where some guy decided to tell me that I made a fool out of myself and I don't know how to use a tool, when the tool has a description on the website when you buy it of what it's for, and it's very intuitive on how to use it. Not to mention, even if you use it differently than what it's listed for, if it works for your use, why does it even matter how somebody else chooses to use it? The thing about gardening is that it's all one giant experiment, and what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you, and what works for you doesn't always work for me, and we live in different climates, and when it comes to nature, it's a living item, so you can't control it. Us humans like to think that we have control over things, but we really have control over nothing. You don't have control over me, I don't have control over you, and I definitely don't have control over nature. Nature's going to grow exactly how it wants to grow, and I'm going to use a tool exactly like how it works for me and my body and my garden. And people that are on their keyboards deciding to send rude messages, it didn't really ruin my day so much. It's enough to talk about it though, but it didn't ruin my day. I just delete the comment. I don't have time for people like that, but I don't know where people get off writing comments. Like, what does he gain from sending a message like that to me? What does it change his life is the real question. Gotta get back to work. I'd really like to do things at the 3-foot increment, but then you look at 3 feet and you're like, that's a little too small.
Too small?
Yeah, like that's 3 feet. Like,
okay.
Like, I don't know, doesn't this feel a little narrow?
No, not at all.
It feels narrow to me.
Really?
4 feet to me feels like,
I know you can't reach 4 feet.
but like if I'm bending over, no, it's 4 feet per pathway.
Oh, you're doing pathways?
Yeah.
And 3 feet beds?
I don't know what the bed size is right now. I'm just trying to build a bit of a...
Oh, a pathway around the whole thing.
Yeah. Where's
Yeah.
my rake? Oh.
3 feet's probably decent. But you could go 4 feet just in case. Actually, 4 feet's probably good because of the beds. They'll have flowers in it.
I'm just thinking like the edging.
Yeah.
Like maybe in between the trenches is narrower.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking for like
The
the border around the garden.
Yeah.
That like if I have to go through with a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Or we have to go through getting the water set up.
Yeah.
Like I just think that 4 feet makes way more sense. Okay. I've started a little bit. We've marked off the 4-foot pathway that I'm going to do all the way to the end. And this is going to be my main pathway. So we've started the wood chips. And I think that I'm going to make my mounds maybe 3 feet wide. Originally I was going to do 1.5 feet, but I think 2 feet should be my minimum. And maybe 3 feet will look better. So, just trying to maximize my growing space. Literally, it shows how hard it is, how long this is going to take us.
Well, we've got one pathway done. If we have to go all the way down to that edge.
It's not even good. I want to try and get these tomatoes in.
Yeah. So if you just rake it this way now,
Thank you for that helpful
then you're
tip.
good to go.
What do you think I've been working on?
It's looking good. It's looking really good. Don't bury your measuring tape.
I think I'm going to bury the measuring
It
tape.
could happen. You know, we're gonna be like, where's our measuring tape? There's definitely potatoes here.
I know, I keep
These are
finding little
potatoes.
pieces of potato too.
Or are these rocks?
I don't know. It looks like a potato.
No, that's a rock.
Oh, I saw a potato.
Oh, did
But
you?
maybe it's also a rock. You're right, they're potato rocks.
Potato rock?
Yeah, potato rock.
What is a potato rock?
It's a rock that looks like a potato.
A potato rock, okay. Understood. And how far do you want the walkways in between?
2 feet, I think.
Okay.
This stick we can use.
And you want 3 club beds?
2 is originally the plan.
It's very small. I'll put it here.
But I was thinking about only having 1 plant like per row.
Per row?
Like 3 feels really big.
Is it? It isn't for that
I
big.
want to go 2.
Okay.
Because technically on a 2 foot bed I could put 2 peppers side by side.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Technically, yeah.
And you don't think it's going to keep falling into your walkways and be annoying?
I don't know. Never done a trench garden before.
Right, so I'm going to come in and just basically shovel the center and throw it into the middle.
Okay.
You going to grow your tomatoes sideways like they do in Italy
Yeah, I should.
on the ground?
I should.
Try it.
I don't know why I'm using the hori-hori knife when we have a second shovel.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're going to ruin your hori-hori.
Oh, shit.
How good of a job do you want that dug?
Oh, it doesn't have to be that great.
Okay.
It's a pathway, but I also I was thinking about maybe putting my compost bin in that corner, but I'm just like nervous of people using it and stuff.
Compost bin?
Yeah.
Why would they use that?
I don't know. Why would someone steal 50 feet of fence?
I don't know.
I just have a lot of questions.
That's fair.
How does it look? The first plant.
That's good. Bit of
It's instantly a garden.
it needs to be flattened out a little bit, but I think we can do that after you get your plants in the
What
ground.
needs to be flattened out?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, the beds. They look like they're ones. They look higher and lower, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so it's been 2 hours and we didn't accomplish very much, but we did get 1 garden in, and we got tomatoes that we were gifted from a neighbor, and so we were able to do the wood chips on both sides of it and a mound with some mulch. And so right now the water's not working here, so we're just gonna go talk to the city and ask them what's going on, because I wasn't able to water these poor tomatoes, so I put on some really wet mulch, so I'm hoping that'll help for now. But if this is all that 2 hours can accomplish, we've got a really big job ahead of us, so wish us luck as we continue on this journey. Hey guys, we're back at the allotment. It is almost 7 o'clock in the evening, and I was worried because in the sunshine our thermostat said it was 40 degrees, but when we got here it turns out that we are in the shade, so that's good news for us. It's actually not too bad out. Bugs aren't bad, we're in the shade, and we're gonna get to working. My tomatoes survived, which is exciting. You can see that they're not dead, so I'm just gonna give them a nice watering so that way they can get a little pick-me-up. Oh, this one didn't survive. It was pretty bad weather, so I'm not surprised it tipped. So I just got to figure that one out now. That's it. As I was tying up my things, I spotted some beans. So I guess even after they tilled, the beans were in there. So there's bean plants coming up. That's so funny. So, still work to do. Nobody returned my fence, but what you gonna do? I didn't expect anyone to have, so time to water the tomatoes. Okay, so today's plan is we're just going to make some trenches. So all we have are 2 shovels. So they're not going to be perfect, but at least we can start getting the shape of the garden that we're looking for. We just realized that we can't get a lot done. It takes like 2 hours for us to get anything, like even the smallest stuff done. So we're just going to work on some trenching. That's all.
That's a pea, right?
Yeah. Planted underneath a tomato plant so we can climb the tomato. Mm-hmm. And then how wide did we say our pathways were?
I think 2.5.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep, almost 3. No, 32 is. Yeah, almost 3.
You already moved the pea plant?
Sorry?
You already moved the pea plant?
Yeah.
That's fast.
And then we just want to make sure we keep the bean.
Yeah, I see it here. 2 of them. Yeah, there's 2.
It's hard to not like try and make it like perfect.
Yeah. I hear ya. Just what it is.
I was kind of nervous we would get here.
Yeah.
And our neighbor would be like fully done.
Yeah.
And I was gonna be like, damn it. It's hard, like, I guess because of being like, oh, summer's almost over, that it feels like if I don't get this garden done, I'm wasting it, you know?
Yeah.
Even though it's like, really, the focus should just be on getting it ready for next year.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the 2 bean plants side by side.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Wow, we did that so fast.
Yeah.
For like how long it took us last time.
Yeah.
I guess the heat really makes a difference.
Yeah.
Should I plant my basil or keep digging?
You can plant it. I can measure and keep going.
Look at the roots.
Craziness. Just in a short period of time?
Yeah, just from 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
My plan, I was thinking,
Yeah.
was to do annuals all in the front half here and then perennials in the back half of the garden.
Okay. Oh, in the back there.
Yeah, so it's like these first number of rows are all annuals.
Yeah.
And then the back half or the back 1/3 are all perennials. So it's like they need the least amount of care.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And then like say like when the rhubarb and asparagus are done for the season, I don't even have to really go back there for much.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then I have all that lavender, so I was trying to decide if I wanted to like do like at the end of every trench like some lavender so the whole thing is lined with
That'd
it.
be cool.
It'd be good for like mosquitoes and stuff too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would
Smell
be good.
nice.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Just because I have so much of it.
You just need to get it into the ground sooner than later
I know.
because it needs to survive the winter.
Yeah. Well, we're getting there. I think it would be fun even if like half of our garden has plants in it.
Yeah.
Like,
For the first year, yeah, why not?
that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
and I'll water these once more. So we'll be back on Thursday. So 4 days isn't too bad. Okay, guys, there are some hot air balloons in the distance. We're gonna see if Zoom will catch them. Well, there you go. You can see how wildfire smoky it is based off the fact that how hazy they are over top of them.
Is that what that is?
I think so, yeah.
Facing us?
So cool. That's so neat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen hot air balloons in the sky before.
Yeah, I can't think of where I would have ever seen one before.
I can't believe that he tilled this garden
Yeah.
and it still had like beans and peas coming up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This side's so much higher than that side.
I know. We'll have to figure that out. Still
I
working
don't
on
know
this
if that's
side.
what like the rake is good for.
Yeah.
But I also like, see how it comes to a peak? Like we need to have it flat.
Yeah, I think you do that with your hands though when you're planting, right?
I just want to make sure that it doesn't just like roll into the walkways.
Yeah.
Because we're building these massive peaks only. And we're so hot.
That is very hot.
Can't imagine doing this in the sunshine.
No, it's bearable at the moment.
Knowing how efficient we were going to be, I should have brought more plants.
Yeah.
So, for not feeling like wanting to come here, I definitely feel like way better.
Yeah, being here.
Yeah, and like having it in the shade and like working together.
Yeah.
I think on Thursday when my dad comes, I feel like we might finish potentially. Like at least the trenching portion. Maybe not like the wood chips, but I can't help but feel like maybe the trenching will get done. It definitely goes like a big wide one and then comes narrow. So with the two of us working and the sun being down where it's not so hot, even though we're still super hot, we've accomplished so much. We've for sure finished half of the allotment. Honestly, the way that it had been working before, I didn't think we were going to get anywhere. We made one mound the last weekend when we came. And so far we've gotten 5 done, and we're going to build the walkway. So essentially the 6th mound, which is 6 times as much as we did last weekend. So I'm feeling less stressed out about this because I was feeling like this was going to take us forever and the whole fall wouldn't even be ready for it, but it will be. And yeah, so we're going to be losing sunlight shortly, so I will show you guys what we've done. It's really hard to see without the wood chips on the ground. It all just kind of looks like brown, but I'll show you what we've done. So you can see we've got like 2/3 of the garden done. We think that we might only be able to get like 3 more mounds in there, and so if we accomplish 6 today, we'll definitely finish for next week. So that's really exciting. And then I can turn this into a real garden with plants in it, the same way that I have it up there. What's up, everybody? We're back at the allotment. Colin is weed whacking already, so it's a little noisy. I'm just gonna move away from him. So we packed a ton of stuff with us today, and so the goal is we're gonna try and work on a pathway and then work on a seating area. So I'm just gonna show you. It's interesting, the stuff that got tilled and the stuff that we worked on. We also got Hurricane Debbie came by yesterday, or Tropical Storm Debbie came by. So it's like pretty mucky here. And so look at this. So this is the stuff that was tilled, but that we haven't worked on yet. And that's the stuff that we worked on. Look at the difference. So our goal is that we have a stick right there. So we're going to build a little seating area, a 7-foot by 7-foot seating area that we can put. Colin got me some free chairs that I'm gonna redo in another video. So we're gonna build a little seating area back here, and then Colin's gonna work on like the main pathway. So that's what we're gonna do today. But we brought a ton of stuff. I'm gonna plant some broad beans and some corn and stuff too. So we don't have a time limit for first time ever. We don't have a time limit being here. So we're just gonna work for as many hours as we can. So you get to watch us do that. I feel like today's an exciting day. Today's a good day. So let's see how we do. Okay, so I'm gonna start digging out the ground there and flattening it out a little bit. We don't need to dig too much, but I just wanna dig up all of the weeds that are there, and then I'm gonna lay a bunch of cardboard down, and I'm actually super excited to do this. We got this edging. Someone was giving this away in our neighborhood. So I got this like cheap edging. So we're just gonna edge out the seating area, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. And it's in the back corner, so we get a nice view of the garden once it's built. So I'm gonna start doing that now. It's like banana just how good the quality of the soil is. And especially now that it's wet, it's so much easier to work with. I know, it's amazing. Also, I was just thinking about how I have no idea how to install edging, so you're gonna watch me do this weird stuff, but it's also windy and cloudy out, which is really good for working, but I'm a little worried it might rain. Okay, so I super quickly dug up all the weeds and flattened it. So I'm gonna start installing the edging over here. Like I said, I have no idea how to do edging, so this should be fun. I don't even know especially how to use this kind of edging. Like, can you just squash it in? Or do you have to dig a hole and then...
I'm not sure how this even works, to be honest. It's so flimsy.
I wonder if you have to like dig a hole and then rebury it. I mean, I guess we could attempt to do that if that's the easiest choice. I mean, oops, This soil is so soft that... Nope. How does one do this? Oh, my body weight. Okay. So, we dig down deep. It feels like I'm not even going deep. Like, how high do we want it? And then
I'm not really sure.
Plus, we're going to be putting a trench over here too, I feel like. Why would anyone even buy this edging?
Pardon?
Why even buy this type of edging?
I agree. Not very good.
And then it's not even going to be straight.
Yeah.
It's going to be the wonkiest edging ever. Kind of didn't even think about too if we're trenching. Oh, this is ugly. I'm like roasting hot. This looks so bad.
Don't use it then. Just use something else.
I mean, I guess it's an allotment. Doesn't have to be beautiful.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't? Okay. Even though it's 23 degrees out, I'm still hot. When we first got here, the wind blew, and I was like, oh, it's a little chilly.
Really nice when that was going on.
You what?
It was really nice when it was windy.
I know. Well, at first when it blew the wind, I was like, uh-oh, it's kind of chilly, and I didn't dress for that.
Yeah.
And now we have the ultimate theft paranoia now. Make it seem like no one steals nothing, and now, but yeah, we lucked out and got our stuff stolen. I'm excited to get to sit our chairs up so I can take a break. Okay. Hello? Whose car's being stolen? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay guys, we finished our seating area. So I am going to show you our very first transformation here at the allotment. Welcome to our new seating area. And I bought this hilarious no-name brand beach umbrella. So that way if anyone steals it, it was not worth anything. So there we go. So we have a nice, horribly ugly edging. And we put some cardboard and wood chips down. And then for now we have some beach chairs. But I'm gonna fix up the other chairs and then we'll bring them here.
It's a secret.
Oh, it's a secret apparently, but now you know. And then maybe a little table. And then the umbrella can't stay there because I realized that the sun actually comes from that direction. So it's really useless where it is. But for now it's adorable and it gives us a place to sit and enjoy while we get back to working on that. Kind of nice that we don't have a limit today except for what our abilities are.
Yeah.
But all, like, the whole point of stupid weed whacker was for all of this, and we didn't.
Well, I think I'm gonna cut it.
Like, I wouldn't mind if you did that, because I think our path is slowly getting wider over
Yeah.
here, and we need to narrow it again.
Yeah, I'll cut it all down. That's what I'll work on. You
I
can
also
work on
need
trenching.
a spot for the compost bin.
That side?
Yeah, should
Far
I just
away
go in
from
that
it?
corner right
Yeah,
there?
I think so. Makes sense.
I don't want anyone to use it.
Why would anybody use it?
I don't know. It's just how I feel. If you add any of the straw to the top of the trenches, I just want to weed it too.
Okay, I'm just gonna work on cutting all of this first, and then I'll work on the buckets after that. I'm gonna get back to it. Okay.
I think I might plant.
You're gonna plant? Yeah, then you can straw
I got the
off it.
corn and the fava beans and stuff,
Sure.
and so just before you leave,
Yeah.
kind of like if it were my preference before we left today,
Yeah.
I'd like to plant what we have,
Yeah.
like food we have, and finish trenching. Like I don't think this will take us very long.
You want to finish trenching before we
Yeah, I
leave?
do. Look at how different it is, and like the weed.
I know there's just a lot of weeding to do, but I guess once you
No,
start
once
digging
you start,
it
we'll just dig it. We're not gonna weed it.
up. Okay, so do you want to trench first then? Because then we can do this after.
You said you were gonna do the corner.
The corner?
Like you're gonna do all those goldenrods.
Yeah, all the way to the wall, right? All the way to the other edge. It's gonna take a while.
I don't care. I got a plant.
Okay. Need a plant. All right. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You know what we should plant right here in this trench if we do one right along this edge here? Strawberries.
Why?
So when you're sitting here, you get to enjoy strawberry.
You're gonna eat strawberries while you're sitting?
Isn't that the whole purpose? You just like sit and enjoy life?
You're weird.
Huh?
You're weird. This is a farm. This is a work zone.
Isn't farms for eating?
Not bad.
Yeah, that's a good idea, putting all of the yard waste in that
Yeah.
wheelbarrow. These PEX pipes are a little too short for the size of my trenches. But this is all I brought, so it's gonna be awkward until I can take them off. Kind of hoping that they don't just like pop out on the side. But I'm just trying to protect my corn from any animals. Where are all of my clips? They're up here. I have no idea if I brought enough clips. Okay. So I am planting. I planted corn. I don't know, a couple weeks ago now, and I decided to see. I was watching an Am I Gardener video, and he made a comment about trying to plant corn late, so I thought I would give it a go. So I grew it at home first. That way it wouldn't necessarily get eaten since I don't come here all that often. And so now it's in a half decent size. So I'm gonna give it a go and see what happens. Kind of fun to experiment, you know? So that's the plan. Okay. And then I brought another bag of stuff. If you caught my video of planting in pots with the right container soil, that's what this container is. And I figured I would bring, oh, there goes the jalapeno. Figured I would bring this plant over since I don't really enjoy having pots on my deck. Okay, so we didn't stay as long as I hoped, mostly because we didn't really pack dinner, and so I don't want to, we have to go visit a friend before we go home. So yeah, so we didn't get a ton done, but I will show you. Obviously our amazing seating area I showed you before. And then I planted some broad beans since they're a nice winter crop. So all along here we planted our broad beans. And then I planted some corn in here, and I just covered it in insect netting because I don't want animals to come and eat the really small corn. They're only about this big. And I just love the look of the insect netting. And so we mulched. So we have 4 trenches here now, and we mulched all of them, covered the insect netting, and we weed whacked a little bit more. Sorry, I'm gonna spin you. So all along like here, we'd weed whacked or cut it down by hand because our weed whacker died. But actually the hori knife did better than the weed whacking did.
Yeah, you gotta use both.
Yeah, I feel like the hori knife did way better than the weed whacking. It looks really, really good, and we cleaned up a lot of dirt there. So we're actually gonna come back tomorrow morning and finish off some more work. So we have to work on this pathway here and obviously finish trenching by our chairs there. I can't wait. It's starting to feel a lot more like a garden, and I'm feeling a lot better about coming back, so I'm starting to get excited now. Hey everybody. I am going to be taking you through me refreshing these chairs. We got them for free from a neighbor who was just giving them away because they didn't need them anymore. And I figured why not bring them to the allotment? So that's what the plan is. They're pretty rusted, but like the seat area is really nice still. And so I'm just gonna clean them up and spray paint them and bring them back to life. So that way we have some really nice chairs, and then I'm just waiting for the cushions to go on sale at Rona or Home Depot or something, so they're way less expensive because these chairs are quite large. And so I think that the cushions will be like $100. So hoping to get them cheaper. And so we're just gonna bring these back to life together. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to sand them down with just a fine sandpaper, and then I'm going to wash them with a little bit of water, and then once they dry, I'm going to spray paint them, and that's hopefully all it takes to bring them back to life. Let's do it. Okay, so we sanded it down and we washed them, and it went like super quick. I think it's only been like 10 minutes or something like that. So thankfully we found a bunch of spray paint cans in the garage, and so now we get to, oh, that's fine. We get to paint these chairs for free. So it just keeps getting freer. All right. Okay guys, we lost daylight and we can't really see what we're doing anymore, or I can't. So we are gonna pick this back up tomorrow when I can see. So until then, this is all you get. See you tomorrow. Okay, we're back for day 2. It is the middle of the day. It's like noon, so it's super hot out, and I'm just gonna finish up spraying these, and I want to show you guys. I did miss a few parts, but it's not my fault. It was literally so dark out last night. So I missed this whole side of the arm right there, and then a couple spots over here. I missed a spot right there. But overall, oh, and here too. Overall though, I did a pretty good job. So I have a few things to touch up, but otherwise they're looking so much better. So let's get into this. Thankfully I have another can that is pretty full. I have no idea why we own 4 spray cans of things. I don't know. And like 2 were kind of empty and 2 were kind of full. Not sure what my last job was, but I am gonna fix up our patio tables too. But I gotta take the glass off, so it's more complicated. So Alright guys, we're done. I got a lot of meat left to spare, which means I can do the table. Next up is seeing it with the cushions on, so I'll show you guys that after, once it dries. Okay, are you guys ready for the final reveal? Let me show you. I'm so stoked with how they turned out. I am using cushions from my my deck first, so these cushions aren't going to come with me to the allotment because they're way too nice, but I'm hoping I can find some discounted cushions soon. But let me show you how they turned out. How do you guys think I did? Do you love them as much as I do? And do you think that maybe they're a little too nice for the allotment? Like, this is gonna be gardening in luxury, being able to use these at the allotment. We are back for another day at the allotment. It's about 20 degrees and a mix of sun and cloud, which makes it a lot nicer for working on. So Colin's already at work. You could probably hear the weed whacker in the background. He's cleaning up the edges because we're going to build our fence today, and then I am going to finish up the last of the trenches, and then I'm going to replant the chives and strawberries and the asparagus that I brought. So I'm going to do my perennial garden in the back there, so you can join us.
Big clouds over there.
I know, and they look very stormy. I feel like at some point I should measure what we have left.
Yeah, 100%.
And then make beds that make the most sense for that. I feel like when we get access to this allotment in May.
Got a stick for you?
Oh, I feel like when we get access to this allotment in May,
yeah,
we're gonna have to spend the first like few visits purely weeding.
Oh, no doubt. I imagine that is true.
I don't know how to stop this from looking exactly like this every year.
Yeah, these weeds are gonna take a while to deal with.
It's just wild how it just took a single year.
I know.
Or like not even, right?
Who knows how well weeded it was before.
I know.
Might have never been that well weeded.
I'm just gonna say, when we stop paying for this, whoever gets this,
yeah,
is gonna get a nice allotment. I think once everything is built,
yeah,
we'll just have to come back to weed.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I think we'll just come back and spend the whole time weeding.
That's what a lot of people think, just weeding.
Yeah. Until the like broccoli is ready to go. And then once all that's ready to be planted. I guess I need to update my Hori Hori knife review. My Hori Hori knife review was like, this thing's okay.
Yeah.
It's just okay.
Yep.
At some point I want to measure the length and width of these gardens and how many we have.
Yeah.
Just to get an idea of how much square foot of planting space there is.
Yeah.
If it's rained a bunch here, I would say my garden's done a really good job of not being like a muck hole.
Yeah.
So the water drainage has got to be half decent.
Yeah.
It's almost my break time. I am unionized. So if we're going to flatten this out,
yeah,
you see how it's kind of flat here and risen over there?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what to do with all the soil because these already are really big trenches.
Well, we gotta fill all that back area properly.
You want to raise over there?
Somewhat.
I wanted to lower that too.
Falling edge.
No, I want to lower it too.
Okay.
So I was wondering if we wanted to dig and then have a big pile of dirt here.
Oh, against the wall? Sure, we could. Works for me.
To be honest, I almost feel like, I actually do feel like this might be too wide. I guess, now that
Yeah, it's really hard though, because like if the weeds come over, it's really annoying to deal with the weeds. Like it does feel like it's getting tighter, but
well, I'm just trying to figure out the use. Like once their stuff is up and running too,
yeah.
like, do we need this wide of one on this side? Like, I don't think we need a wide walkway on both sides. We need to pick one.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess you can come all the way to the edge. It's just,
I don't want to go all the way to the edge,
Yeah,
but I'm thinking like maybe to like here.
sounds reasonable.
And just keep it narrow so you can walk through here.
Sounds reasonable. Yeah, so let's dig this out and add to it.
Yeah, so flatten it and just go to the end there. But first I take a break. Just gonna quickly show you guys what I've been working on because it looks like it might rain, so I do want to bring, the skies are looking a little rainy, so I do want to make sure that I show you guys what I've done before I have to put you in the car. So I've started a trench here, and I'm going to put my strawberries right there because I feel like it's such a good spot when you're sitting over there to be able to eat strawberries. And then so I made another pathway here, and then I built this trench as well. So we just need to work on that back pathway over here, but otherwise we have almost the whole thing is done except for the pathways. We still have to work on the pathways. And then I'm going to build one more pathway right here and then build one really large trench right there. Since there is like a little laneway back here, I'll be able to access it from there and from right here. So then having a 4-foot trench or mound right there will be totally fine. I think it'll work really good. So I have one last one to work on. And then from here on in, we have to build the pathways and then essentially just manage the weeds until I can plant my fall garden in here, and then once the broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower are ready to go, I'll plant those in here and then continue to manage the weeds. But for now, I'm going to put you inside because it's not looking so good. Okay, so it just started to rain, so we are now done gardening. We almost finished all of the trenches and Colin finished cleaning up all of the fence area. And then we planted the strawberries, the chives, and the asparagus. And it's just perfect timing because now they're gonna be watered. So I can't really take you on a tour of the garden, but I can show you it through the window. And that's the best you'll get. We were able to get almost all the trenching done there. So we just weren't able to finish the very back one there, but we planted the asparagus and the strawberries. So all in all, that's pretty good, and it's really starting to look like a garden now. So anyway, that's it for us today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll give you a better tour next time I come here when it's not raining. Hey everybody, we are back at the allotment based off my No Name brand umbrella. It's been maybe 2 weeks since we've been here. I think we might have come really quickly last week or something, but we were only here for like 10 minutes, if that. We just came to water and then we left. I'm excited because the fava beans have sprouted, so I'll show you guys that. But the weeds are so bad, like so bad. So I'm glad that it's pretty well September, so that way the weeds can die back in the winter and I can start fresh next year, because they're really bad and I'm stressed out about it. So it's gonna be a lot of work, especially because my neighbor still hasn't been here, I don't think, in the last like month since we met him for briefly. So that means that as long as he's here, not here maintaining his weeds, they're gonna keep seeding all over our garden. And then of course you can see the neighbor behind me doesn't exist either. So I don't know what's going on, why nobody got off the wait list for that garden there. So today the plan is Colin's just gonna go wild over and over again, bringing wood chips over, and then we'll just move them into place. And I'm going to plant my fall veggies and also do weeding because obviously I have to weed. And then I still have to finish this trench on my left here, but that's kind of low priority compared to how bad the weeds are. I love that there's crows here because my crows don't come to my garden at my house, and so this is the literal type of place where you need to have a scarecrow, and I think that's so funny because I've never experienced that before until I actually need a scarecrow. Then it's not going to be so funny. Okay, let's go weed. I'll take you on a quick tour first. Okay, so the last time we were here, You watched as we planted asparagus and strawberries and chives. And then of course our seating area. And then these are the weeds. Like, that's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. Look at these walkways. I'm very sad about it all. So here are the broad beans all coming up now, which is so fun. And my corn has gotten way bigger, so I'm gonna pull the insect netting off the corn now and put it over top of my fall vegetables. Oh, and I have basil. I have so much weeding to do. I don't even know where to start. These poor plants. You can't even tell I have basil because the weeds are so bad. Can you even see the basil? My camera's being... So, let's figure this out together. Womp womp.
What do you know about corn smut?
Why? Who has it?
Somebody found it on the ground over there, so I was talking to her.
Oh, apparently you can eat it.
Yeah, she's eating it.
Oh, she's eating it fresh.
Well, no, she's gonna go home and cook it, but she found it. Somebody threw it out.
Oh.
She found it on the ground, and she's like, oh, look what I found, corn smut. I'm like, what are you doing with it? She's like, it tastes like mushrooms.
It's like a disease on your corn.
Yeah. She's a big fan.
So she eats it regularly?
I don't know, she says whenever she finds it, she eats it.
Whenever she finds it, what, on the ground?
Somebody threw it out. She's excited to tell me.
That's so funny. And you're like, I don't know what this means.
Yeah. I'm like, I've never had it. I've heard of it, but I don't. Never had it, so.
Oh my goodness.
What happened?
There's mint in these beds.
Oh, I can imagine, eh? Is this mint too?
Yeah, I think they're all mint.
How do you pull it out safely?
You
Just take the roots
I'm
out?
just pulling.
Yeah.
What are you
They come off pretty easily.
I know, because I think it's all such loose soil.
Where do you put it? It's compost.
I haven't done anything. That's why it's in my hand.
Cardboard box over here.
You're going to drop it on there?
Yeah, that way we can just take it out after.
Okay.
Yeah, for another load. That's how much I got the first time. Nothing.
I know it. I wish that we could just be like, can you just drop like some over here?
I wish I had a digger.
I know. Imagine we brought like a little like motorized digger
Right?
and you just drove it back and forth.
Oh my god, it was so fun.
A
You
tractor.
get like a bucket load. I bet you only need it for like 3 trips.
Real, you know, there's a Home Depot close by.
Yeah, but they have to deliver it. We don't have a towable.
That's true.
I mean, I bet you I can tow that.
Bye. It's nice that the weeds are coming out easily, but I'm not even on this. This is like one of those things that people talk about why tilling is kind of useless, is because all it does is like turn up any seeds that hadn't germinated yet, so you oftentimes end up getting more weeds than you started with. But I just don't think that the condition that the garden was in, that really tilling, I feel like tilling was the only option. Ah, should use the hoary knife. What am I doing? I feel like I can't even begin. Like, you can't even tell the difference between what's purposely planted here and what is a weed. That's how bad they are. It's also weird that I planted these tomatoes like quite a while ago. And I'm not really doing that much. I mean, they did get pulled up out of somebody's garden really late in the season, but I kind of thought they would do a little bit more. But this is kind of a fun experiment because I get to see what you plant when, and you guys are my record, and see how well things do. Like my corn. Will it make it? Will it not? We don't know. But I only come here once a week, so then really it doesn't get watered very well. Here comes Colin squeaking away. You snuck up on me.
Yeah, right. It's me from a mile away.
Yeah. Where did this person find this corn smolt?
It was just at the entrance there by where the wood chips are. Somebody had it in their yard, I guess, and threw it out because they didn't want it.
They just threw it into the wood chip pile?
No, they threw it onto the ground. People just throw their garbage everywhere.
Oh.
So I guess they didn't want it in their property because I guess it spreads. So they just like threw it out.
That's weird. People just throw things on. I feel upset about the amount of mint. I get that people like mint in their food, but if you know you're on borrowed land, I don't know. I feel like it's a stretch to plant on borrowed land and be like, the next person's gonna want this. Especially, I mean, it's one thing if it's like strawberries or something that contains itself, but plant something invasive, like heavily aggressive, like mint, and just assume that either you're going to keep this garden forever or that the next person's going to want it. I just think there has to be some thought into the fact that this is not your land, permanent land, but rather something that you're privileged enough to be able to rent. I think Colin might be wearing mismatched gloves. I'm not even realizing it. Here comes Colin again. You can hear him squeaking his way over. Whatever I pulled definitely irritated my skin. I cannot tell Colin, because he'll tell me I told you so. Did you know that you're wearing mismatched gloves?
Oh, I didn't know that. You need one of them?
No, it's fine.
I did not know that. That's a good one.
Well, you know, I was trying to put these tomatoes up, but I didn't bring any. Oh, I do have ties actually. So we should probably tie these things up. My garden looks like it's full of plants. It's just the wrong kind of plants.
We got there.
We're gonna stay up late tonight because it's Saturday.
Oh.
And that's what people
Am I
do.
spray you or you already sprayed yourself?
I would. That's what people do on Saturdays. They stay up partying.
Should we order pizza?
You want to order pizza?
Yeah, we should order
That
pizza.
takes longer than making it.
No. Ordering pizza shows up early.
No, because they get it wrong.
This time we tell them, don't get up.
That's gonna work. So I'm gonna plant some of the stuff, like, I mean, it's cabbage and shit, so it's really, I probably need 2 more rows
Okay.
to plant all the plants that I have.
Oh, for sure. But what are you gonna do with that straw? You're just gonna plant it.
I'm wondering if we should just put wood chips over top of it for this time around.
We could.
And then and then we can, yeah, like maybe we'll cover these, because you can see the difference between the trenches that are covered in mulch versus the ones that are bare. There's like way more weeds
coming
in the bare ones.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Or way more soil coming through.
Yeah, like the weeds are way bigger and more in the bare ones. So I'm thinking we'll put maybe the 2 bare rows in front of the top of these.
Mm-hmm.
And cover them with chips.
Good idea.
I'll weed those 2 rows.
Hello. Probably thought she knows us, but she doesn't know us. She got it on camera? Does she want to be on camera maybe?
Okay, so we'll do the 2. I'm gonna weed these 2 rows and then plant. And you'll keep doing mulch.
No.
And then we'll mulch the rows.
Should I bring it in to this? Should I start putting it over there? Okay.
And then we'll mulch the whole tops and then water inside that.
You don't have enough hoops though.
I'm gonna take the hoops from the corn.
Oh, because they're tall enough now. Oh, smart. Okay. Alright, I'll be back.
Can I just say, I am so thankful for the small select few of you who watch these allotment videos every Sunday with me. I know they're like a little boring, and they don't get a lot of views on them, but I kind of enjoy filming them and it's fun. And some of you have reached out to me on Instagram and told me how you look forward to my updates, and it makes me feel really good because my YouTube channel is not exactly very big, so it makes me feel like it's worth it. As is typical of me, I labeled absolutely nothing. I just know it is cabbage, broccoli, and cauliflower. And so regardless of what they are, the spacing is pretty similar.
How's it going after that?
It's hard with the mulch.
Why is that?
Because it's kind of in the way, and then these things don't have very strong roots, so they kind of just fall apart.
Oh. So that'd be annoying.
So it's just hard to do. Okay guys, so the bugs were really bad, so we kind of just focused on working instead of filming, but we planted a bunch of the cabbage and broccoli and cauliflower, and then we just covered them up so that way no bugs can eat them, or we can at least avoid some bugs eating them. And then Colin laid some wood chips in the middle of the walkway, so it's obviously looking super duper good. So I'm feeling good about some parts. This part of the walkway I'm not feeling good about. What? What is it? A radish.
Want to eat some radish today?
Yeah, why not? That's so funny. Yeah, I'm not feeling really good about these walkways. So that kind of sucks. But that's my bucket of belongings. So we just finished watering, and the strawberries are here. We should have watered the asparagus, but I think it'll be okay.
Where's the asparagus?
Right here. Okay, so, yeah, this is what it's looking like. Most of it's weeds, but anything that has any mulch on it or is undercover is now planted. And I have tons of cabbage and stuff to still plant, which means I'm gonna easily, so this one has asparagus, that one hasn't, this one I'm gonna put garlic in, so I won't plant it, but I have these 2 rows left. But otherwise, here we are. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty good about what we're doing, and it's really looking like a garden, and I'm sure I look nuts planting things on August, in the last 5 days of August. And so I'm sure I look bananas, but whatever, it's all an experiment to see if we can get some cabbage or broccoli before the end of the season. And then those covers work as insect netting, shade cloth for the heat, and also frost cloth, so we don't really have to worry about them too much. So, but it's time to go. The bugs are getting horrible, and we have to go home and make some Big Mac pizza. So I just got to the allotment. LOL to all of those things falling off in the wind. But it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's so nice out. It's maybe like 20 degrees and super windy, which means that I'm going to have an enjoyable time working here. I actually feel a little overwhelmed, and Colin's not here with me, so it's just me. And so there's a lot of weeds that I need to pick. Oh, and look at how good my corn is doing. Those are some nice looking corn. And then my broad beans are even faster than my corn is. Yeah, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed on what to do here. So I don't know if I should. I didn't bring very many tools. I just brought my gloves, my hori-hori knife, and my knee pad. And so I guess I'll just keep on weeding. But like, look at the walkway over there, and like that section there, that's really bad. I don't know what to do. Oh no, I forgot all my baby plants. I was supposed to be planting more brassicas. And then I ran out of clips to cover this up, so this just fell to pieces. But thankfully nothing has eaten my tiny, tiny little babies. So I guess I'll just keep weeding over here. But I'm out of clips, so I don't know what I'm gonna do here. So let's just hang out and weed. One of my plants did get a little eaten since he didn't get covered by the netting. I don't know if maybe I should, before I leave, I should just rest it like directly on the plants, because I'm not really, it's shade cloth, so I don't need I forgot what I was saying. Guys, my brain is dead today. I don't know what I'm doing. We got rain last night, but you can't really tell. Everything looks just as dry as if we never got any rain. And the rain made my allergies like really bad, and so I don't know, but I'm just gonna say that the rain made my brain stop working too, because thinking is hard today, which I guess is good to weed because I don't really need to think much in order to weed. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet on YouTube or my Instagram, but I've created an online course that I've started to sell, and it's not officially launched yet. It's a soft launch so far. And it's all about gardening with climate change and how you can build a stronger garden to fight against all the wild weather we're getting. So I've been working on that pretty intensely for the past few weeks, and like working like 12-hour days. And so the next morning when work starts again, I'm not all that into it because I just gotten off not that long ago. And so I think my brain is starting to come to the end of its useful life. I have annoyed I forgot all my other plans. I went out and met up with someone before I came here, and I was editing some videos before I went out. I was kind of running around getting everything together at the last minute before I left. And then I guess I forgot my plans. That's what you get for leaving things till the last minute. Oh, I don't even know what's going on here. Can't help but kind of feel grumpy just looking at the work ahead of me and the time, the infrequency of us coming here. How do you beat weeds when you only come here for a couple hours a week? I'm way lonely without Colin. Okay, this is the weirdest weed ever. So like, what's up with the weird chunk on the bottom? It's so weird. I don't know what this is either. But it's just the weirdest. Alright. It's gone. We'll move on. I feel like there's a lot of gardeners on YouTube that can sit and have a tea with you or garden and talk. But like, they're kind of like a life sermon or a gardening sermon is how I feel like they are. And I watch those and I'm like, oh, well, if I'm here alone at the allotment, maybe I'll just sit and talk to you guys while I'm gardening. But I don't know if it's because it's cloudy out or because I'm alone or because I'm an introvert, but I got nothing in my head. Nothing. I'm just like enjoying the cool weather, the nice breeze. It's really quiet here. I wonder if I should be listening to music or if I should be enjoying nature while I'm out in it. And then I was thinking about how, you know, a lot of these people sit on these videos while they're working and they're giving you life advice. And like, I guess I could give you life advice, but who am I to tell you how to live your life? But really the reality is I'm really grumpy, and my persona on Instagram is very different than my real life persona. My real life persona, I'm mostly just mad all the time. I'm mad at the way the world is going, or not necessarily mad. I'm not mad. I'm a grumpy old man. I have a lot of opinions on things and the way they should be. So I'm like, I can't sit here and give you life advice. But I've determined that I'm at that grumpy point in my life where if you gave me a topic, I could ruin it for you. Or I could rant about it for like half an hour of all my opinions on something. Like, should I become like the angry garden ranter? Is that what should become of me in my online career? But the only reason I don't want to do that is because then I'll become controversial. And then people will come to my channel and they'll say mean things to me. And I don't really want mean things said to me. I don't know, like who does? Nobody. But I have a lot of opinions to have discussions about, but not opinions to be told that I'm stupid for. That's my theory. So, yeah. What are we... Like, is this futile? And like, it's almost September. Should I even be planting any of my fall plants? I already started them. So I guess it doesn't hurt to plant them. At least the soil is soft, so it's easy to dig up the whole root. But I feel like they're all just going to be back in the spring. Especially from all my neighbors who haven't started their gardens or haven't gotten off the wait list. Because I waited 2 years. 2 years for this. Which means my neighbors waited 2 years to get an allotment. And yet I've never met them. Which is nice being here when no one's here though. It's quiet. My one neighbor smokes in her gazebo. And I'm not even sure if that's legal. And it's gross for people who don't smoke. I don't really care. Just smell her secondhand smoke. I didn't make that choice. Anyway, I guess I'll keep weeding in silence because I still have nothing to talk about. So I was using a knee pad to do all of my weeding with, and it turns out the knee pad was dirtier than if I just kneeled in the grass. So now my whole pair of pants is like, I think it might be like disintegrating. I think that's plastic or foam from it being outside. Ugh, I hate when things just break apart for being cheap. So it's definitely quiet being here alone, and I'm not sure I like it, but I'm gonna eat some crackers. But I weeded one whole trench, so I feel good about that. I'm not sure if I'm going to go home or if I'm going to use my crappy little shovel I have here to finish this one trench that I never finished, because once that's done, then all of the trenching is done. So then all we have left to do is the wood chip pathways and weeding and planting. I made soup and brought it here in a thermos, like a drinking coffee thermos. Kind of looks like baby puke. Makes it a little hard to want to eat. I should show it to you guys later. This is the quality content you get when I'm alone at the allotment. You're welcome. Okay, I have this really crappy shovel, so I'm going to see if I can finish this trench a little bit before I head back. So much crap. This shovel's no good. And I'm worried that it's too sharp on the edges and it's gonna ruin my shoes. So we're gonna go home and have coffee time with Colin because that's our favorite part of the day. Let's show you this pukey looking soup. Oh, I should probably show you what I did here before I leave, hey? Feels like the right choice. So, I weeded this whole trench. And that's it. I weeded a little bit of this other one too with our sad little failed frost cover on it. But this one's holding a touch better. Whoops. This one's holding a touch better. And of course, my insect netting's doing good. Okay. Okay, before I drive off into the sunset, let me show you my baby puke. How unappetizing does this soup look? Even though it tastes amazing. And now I'm gonna leave you. You're welcome. Bye! Alright guys, we are headed to the allotment tonight. Neither of us are really in the mood to do it. But it's supposed to rain a bunch tomorrow, and then we have tons of work to do on the weekend in our house. But I super badly need to plant all of my fall vegetables. And it's just interesting because I planted some of my fall vegetables in these really small trays, and I planted some of them in bigger pots, and it just goes to show you how much better seedlings do when they are planted in small containers versus when you overplant them into big ones. And so I bet you these little seedlings here are actually bigger than the ones that I planted in the ground at the allotment. So I'm gonna check that out when we get there, but I will pick you guys back up once we get to the allotment, and we'll see how long this video even is if neither of us really feel like filming today. So see you in a sec. Okay guys, we just got to the allotment and things are looking good. Let me show you, take you on a tour. So Colin is gonna weed whack because we're in desperate need of it. And then he's gonna finish that last mound that we haven't gotten to. And I'm gonna plant my fall stuff, and then that's about it. Then we're gonna head home. Okay, so the weeds are still really bad, but I got some tomatoes that are ripening here. So I get to pick some tomatoes. I don't know what some of these are. And then of course my basil is looking pretty good, but like, look at that corn. Like, this corn is doing so good considering. I'm sure it might still be too late for it, but wow. And then my broad beans are looking so good. And then all my little babies, all my little babies, not bad, not bad. They didn't get eaten. Can't tell them from the weeds, but they didn't get eaten. Maybe that's why they didn't get eaten, because you can't tell them from the weeds. So, pretty good. I also realized I forgot to pack a battery, so there's only so much video I can do until the battery dies. So let's get to work. It's like this soil's been stepped on by 1,000 people. The guy at Strathmere says that he's selling mulch again in November.
Okay.
So then we can come here with it in November and mulch everything before winter. So hopefully it dies down over till spring, and then the soil's not like this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like, what else are we gonna do? So I guess I'll be bringing these things home.
Your plants?
Yeah, because I don't have space for as many as I planted. Exactly why these stupid plastic things are garbage, because it just tore apart.
Could plant in here until next year. You have plant in the.
No, the garlic goes in this fall.
Oh, those are the.
Come on now.
It's gonna be so exciting how much garlic you're gonna have. Such a ton of garlic.
I'm a little worried that the garlic in the garage is not good. I gotta pull it out and look at it.
What makes it not good? It's not dry enough. Not enough airflow.
I don't know why it was molding in the house.
Well, I think they say you need dry and airflow, so you need a fan pushing air.
Yeah, but in the house it started going bad.
Oh, after that. Maybe the variety sucks.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what variety it is.
Yeah.
I just went out and bought some stuff. Is it easier now that you watered it?
I don't know, maybe a little bit, but these weeds are like a tangled web. They hold.
So I tipped over my tripod again, which means I put my lens up again. Potentially, so I'm a little worried about it. So in the car it goes. And now I have to figure out how to clean all of the dirt out of the lens. I'm worried about, like, if I twist parts of the lens that the dirt will get caught in it, so I have to figure out how to clean it. And considering I don't really want to be here today, to mess up my lens is one thing, and then my neighbor came while we were here and started smoking, so now we can smell cigarette all over again. So far so good. I'm not sure why I wasn't expecting to harvest things, even though we planted stuff a while ago. So I came really unprepared. So I'm collecting tomatoes in my legs right now. How I'm gonna get up? Colin will help me, I guess. Who knows? We don't have a bag. Well, no, those bags are dirty. I was thinking about just putting them in the a Whole Foods bag. Well, this feels very Whole Foodsy to go collect my organic produce in a Whole Foods bag. So I am harvesting tomatoes, and I have no idea what any of these varieties are, but one of them kind of looks like it might be a spoon variety, which is always bad news bears because they take over everything. So I'm not a big fan of growing these varieties for that specific reason. But they're definitely all varieties I've never grown before. So I'm very curious to see what they taste like. And then my basil is, let me show you. My basil's not looking so good anymore. So, and then I got some bean plants with some flowers on them, but no beans coming. And I'm still, even though we've been here for a while now, so impressed by the size of these corn. This is such a fun experiment to try out. And then all we ended up doing was we watered the plants. This is what it looks like when shade cloth gets wet. Not very good. So we planted the last of the brassicas, and then I added we weren't prepared to use any mulch, so I added just a little bit of wood mulch on the top of the mound just to try and keep a little bit of moisture in. And then Colin started working on that, and then I reassigned him. So this side continues to be the best looking side because, of course, this is the first thing that we planted when we got here in June or whatever. And then these goofy things. That doesn't look great from a nutrition perspective, but I'm just going to keep looking at my corn. That makes me happy, and my broad beans. So, all right. I guess this has been an experience today. Time to go. We are headed to the allotment again today. And neither of us, I mean, like, I'm okay going to the allotment and working there, but both of us are kind of grumpy about the amount of junk that we have to bring with us just to go as we're setting up. So hoping this is the last time that we have to bring the wheelbarrow there and do the wood chips, and then from here on in we just have to bring a small amount of stuff, and it'll be faster. But it feels like we're going camping every time we go. It's like 20-30 minutes of collecting belongings and packing them up, and so we're both so over it. So hopefully this is the last time, and from here on in a shovel will suffice. So I moved this box here because we're going to be using it for putting underneath the mulch, and we accidentally found, oh, they've gotten hidden. All right, oh, there they are. You guys are so small and cute. So we're just gonna go relocate them over into this person's garden because there's nobody here clearly. So hopefully they'll be safe over there, and hopefully mommy can find them, but we're not sure. But you don't have any home in our garden. Also, I still can't get over how bad it is. Colin literally stepped into the garden right there because he didn't realize even it's a garden because there's so much weeds there. It literally just looks like a giant grass field. It's so bad. I'm trying to catch my breath here. We had really high expectations about what we could accomplish today. We really wanted to get every single one of these rows mulched, but we decided that we should skim off all the weeds first before we lay any mulch down, just to try and slow the weeds down a little bit. And it's got it, so there's like the little gnats everywhere, and it's got to be 30 degrees out already, and it is 10:20 in the morning. So let me just show you. So this is what the really bad section's looking like, or here it just looks like we're gardening in a lawn. These ones aren't as bad. Back there is really bad. And so we scraped up all the weeds here just to try and slow them down. So we're gonna lay this cardboard here that the mice were living under. We're gonna lay it all over the pathways and then start bringing in wood chips. So I will show you guys what it looks like when we're done, because we have a long walk to go get the mulch. So I'll bring you guys along after. I want my wagon back. I was gonna put the tripod in it. Stop running. How could you be running? It's so hot. All for the YouTubes. No, seriously, you want to give me the wagon? Thank you. Okay, guys. You are coming with us while we go dig up some mulch, because that's all we've been doing for the last 2 hours, and you guys haven't caught all the good conversations we've been having because we've left you behind. We were going to leave at 12, but we didn't get as much done as we thought we were going to do. So we're going to keep going because we scraped a bunch of weeds and we want to cover it up before the weeds just come back, and we have to duplicate our efforts. Speaking of duplicate, we were talking about the prefix do today and what words start with do, like duplicate or duplex, that mean two. Colin is not very good with words, so he didn't come up with anything good. He did get one, but tell me, wherever, it's all the same crappy mulch. What word do you know of that starts with do that means two? Write it in the comments, see if you can come up with anything. And now you get to watch us fill up our buckets with mulch. Also, can we stop and appreciate how amazing this person's garden is? They got water barrels in the back there, perfect walkways, flowers and vegetables, and this amazing wall of beans. This is the most beautiful allotment I've ever seen.
You got enough of your upper body, or you got like...
No, it's just my butt.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We'll add your butt to it now. This is now an OnlyFans account. If you guys want to pay to watch our backs as we fill up mulch, just, subscribe to the channel.
We give up on our ASMR idea. We should actually cross-pollinate our audience.
Cross-pollinate our audience.
Yeah, we gotta get them on Canada. Urban Canada is...
I need to get people onto my Instagram or my newsletter. If you guys want to join my newsletter, I have one. It's in the links below.
What's on the newsletter?
This month, I'm going to do all about bees, because I learned that bumblebees live in colonies just like honeybees do. And apparently when you see bumblebees sleeping on a flower, it could mean that it's the end of their life and they're slowly dying. And if they can make it through the night, they'll go back to their hive in the morning.
Oh, they go to die by themselves?
They live in old rodent holes.
Oh, weird.
And in a colony, and there's some bumblebees in North America that are endangered.
Huh.
And so I thought I would talk in my newsletter about
For the bumblebees.
about endangered bumblebees, because that's interesting.
Good.
Yeah, I'm done. It's so hot. Hey, look at this. They got pumpkins.
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, guys, it's going to be a bumpy one while I try and hold you and pull a wagon full of mulch while Colin has his wagon full of mulch too. So we've done about, how many trips have we done? 5 at least? 5 going on 500.
Yeah.
It's so tiring.
Probably done 50 this year.
Oh, you have. I have done like 2 more than this. It's so hot. It's like the middle of September and it's 30 degrees. Huh? It's got to at least be 30. What bug? Oh. What are you? Guess we'll identify you later. He's got stabbies on him.
What did I say?
I don't know, 4 black stabbies. We do love a good caterpillar. Oh yeah, if you know what it is, you can write it in the comments. But otherwise, we're gonna look it up. Yeah, it's like 30 degrees in the middle of September. The whole week is still supposed to be this hot. We had a couple of frost warnings at the end of August, and then it kicked me and Colin where we realized we didn't get very much done in the summer that we wanted to do. So we went stand-up paddleboarding on Friday night. It was amazing. And so we're gonna go again tomorrow night so we can get in one last paddle before summer's over. And we didn't go once last year because when we moved to Ottawa, we had no idea where we could even go paddling. And so instead of we couldn't find anything on Facebook or the internet, and so we just kind of gave up and didn't go at all. And this year we've now gone twice, so tomorrow will be our 3rd time. 3 different places each time, so we're learning some new spots of what we like, so that next year we can go more often. So we're gonna check out Chapman Mills tomorrow. Okay, we're back. Oh, we also enjoyed some nice watermelon. That was really good. We got some yellow watermelon from the farmer's market, so we ate some of that as a snack. Holy shit. I'm not shaky, but I'm really, really, really hot. It's hard to stop when we're so close.
Yeah.
When I was editing my video for the one that's out today, it's the same thing. It's like me blabbering away and you being like, oh, okay, yep, that's good.
What did I say?
I don't know. It's
That was really good.
it's like every time I talk,
I'm so tired.
every time I talk, I'm literally, it's like I have like a motor mouth.
You do.
Only for the videos because we need something to talk about. And literally, at home, I'm so much quieter than you.
Right.
I think
funny.
this is hilarious that you don't
funny.
hear me.
That's so funny.
I'm so much quieter than you at home.
Yeah, I hear it.
And then we come to the allotment and I'm like, we need to talk for content. And you're like, good, that's good.
That's good.
That's
Do we have to?
Good for you. Okay, let's assess. So,
2 done. Halfway done.
how about
We do one more?
we do just this pathway from
Okay,
here over
sounds
to
good.
there. And then we have to dig this little spot again. It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking this is 2 more loads. Two thoughts. 2 more loads? No, you're just ignoring me? Back to your siren?
Yeah. Huh.
Break time! Okay guys, We literally pushed ourselves to our max, which I'm not sure is like the best idea because now we have to go home, and I'm hoping that we don't get like heat stroke or sunstroke or anything. But we've been out here for 3 hours and not a cloud in the sky, just the sun and heat. Do you mind closing that if you can? Otherwise I can do it. As usual, we didn't accomplish anywhere near as much as we thought we would for 3 hours. Okay, I'll catch up. Oh, thank you. So we agreed to just do the 3 of the pathways, and then the part that we had dug up all of the weeds here because it was really bad. We didn't quite finish the garlic mound yet, so we have to work on that next. And then we still have to weed, but now we at least have mulch in between the mounds here, making it all look flat. This mound here got really narrow, so we're gonna have to widen that one out because the walkway's way wider than the garden. And that's definitely not what I'm aiming for, to have less growing space. So we'll have to figure that part out. Otherwise, we are maxed out, heated out, we're done. We are done. And so are you. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
What's up?
I gotta get those cutters because I should cut off this stuff. Look at all these blooms. You see that?
Yeah, I see that.
There's like a gajillion. This is a cool tomato. We should grow this again next year.
What's it taste like?
You ate it. I'm not eating it.
Why?
I don't like tomatoes.
Oh.
You told me it was meaty. And that was all I got out of you.
Well, try and describe it yourself to the camera.
9. You crazy? That's what your mom says to you. You crazy? Peas.
Don't make fun of my mom. She doesn't appreciate that.
No, I don't make fun of your mom. Now if she watches this, she's gonna think I make fun of her. I don't.
Yeah. There's some red ones on that far side. Lots of red ones.
Well, you can pick some too.
No, I'm the cameraman today.
Today.
There's one under it.
That's all I have hands for.
Unbelievable. You left a red one right here. 1 second. I'll help you in a second. Look at this one, guys. What about those ones?
Put it in my hand.
I was going to eat that one, actually.
Oh.
To describe what that tastes like. Nice cherry tomato. Earthy.
Hey everybody, we are going to go to the allotment again this morning. I think it's supposed to be hot, but not as hot as last week. Thank God. Right now it's like maybe 15 or 16 degrees out with a light breeze. It's so beautiful. I'm keeping my sunglasses on because look how tired I am. We have airplanes flying over us all day and all night time because they're working on the runway. Which means all the planes have been diverted over my house. And so like 1 o'clock in the morning, the planes are going by. And then they start up again at 5 a.m. So I get about 4 hours of sleep. And we have some personal stuff going on in the background right now that are kind of coming to a head on Monday. By the time you watch this, it'll already have happened. So maybe I can give you an update on the next one. We'll see. We never unpacked the car from last week, which makes going so much easier, so much less packing. But I think we'll just, I don't know if I want to plant the garlic. I'd like to get the garlic in. And then keep working on the walkways so that way we can not be gardening in a grass field. I'm really concerned about how large the pathways are and how small the growing space is. We've obviously really misused the space, so I need to try and figure out how to make the mounds bigger for gardening in and make the pathway smaller. Where am I going to get that soil to do that versus now that everything has been dug out, I don't know where to get that extra soil to make those mounds bigger, so I have to figure that out. Here comes another plane. So yes, we need to make the mounds bigger. And then I need to make spaces for the compost bin that I'm bringing. And I'm going to bring rain barrel. And I didn't really plan spaces. I have one spot for the compost bin, but I didn't really make space for the rain barrel. So I feel like I spent all this time building the mounds and the seating area and the trenches, and then I am now in a place where I feel like I might have to start it all over again. So I have to figure that out. And then we still have to put up the fence. I want to get the fence done before winter. And then I'll bring the compost bin to the allotment, but I'm not going to bring any of the furniture because I don't want anyone stealing it over the winter time. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it in the fall of next year. But I want to see what everybody else does at the allotment, like if they bring their furniture home at the end of the season or if they leave it all winter. I'm curious to know how that goes. Because I don't think chicken wire is going to stop someone from breaking into my allotment. I kind of want to put up a chain link fence, but they're so expensive to buy. And I got cushions for those 2 chairs that I redid. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it. They were $20 each, and they were regularly like $68 a chair because it's the bottom and the side. So I got 2 of them for $45. And since I own the cans of paint at home, the chairs were free. I updated them for free. So the whole 2 set of chairs with nice cushions are going to be $45. So I feel like that's the perfect amount of money to spend on an allotment patio set. My patio set's going to be nicer than anything anyone has, with these like metal chairs and nice cushions and a nice glass table. All for free, but it's going to look so fancy. All right. I'm going to slowly get myself ready to go, and then I will pick you guys back up once we get to the allotment, and I'm hoping I have enough energy to work, but the bags under my eyes say it's going to be a very slow work day, so it's a slow talking day. We can only imagine my working energy when I get there, so all right, see you guys shortly. All right, we just made it to the allotment and Colin is already hard at work. I just finished watering everything, and again, it just looks terrible with all the weeds, so we're focusing on that. My corn is starting to tassel, and I think I can see like about 1 head per these things per stalk, and then my tomatoes are ripening. And my broad beans are getting big, and even my cauliflower and broccoli are quite large, but they're just really hard to see through the weeds, which is atrocious. But that's the other side we worked on last week. So we are just going to keep on working away. We're doing this aisle next because these ones are at least narrow, so they're a little bit less work. So here we go. I feel like I definitely ruined one of these pairs of gloves by leaving them outside all the time, so it was like the sun kind of killed them.
Oh, that's annoying.
I know. Oh my god.
What happened?
We'll see in a sec.
Oh,
I
what
think
is
this
that?
is a turnip.
Sweet, that's amazing. What's the leaf on the turnip look like?
Kind of like a radish. This is like wild, where you know, like we haven't watered any of it or anything.
Yeah.
And we found a radish, and I think this is a turnip.
Looks like it. Definitely looks like that color.
This is so funny. Guess those are coming home with us.
Yeah.
Makes me excited about the things that we can grow here.
Yeah. 100%.
It's so fun. Once we can eradicate all this mint.
Or we let the mint grow in between so that it is our weed control.
The mint?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
What was that?
I don't know. Someone took off for somewhere, but it's a Saturday, so it's not like it's a school.
Okay. That's weird.
I just hope I find more turnips.
Yeah.
It's like treasure. There's thistle in the front yard at our house.
Okay.
And it's like literally, it's so big. so we're gonna need a shovel to get it out.
Yeah. That sounds dangerous.
Huge.
So annoying. That's seriously annoying.
I know, I don't mind weeds in the yard, but thistle has no place in our yard. I wonder if we'll ever beat the mint, or if the mint will just beat us.
That's quite possible. It will be this.
Run us to exhaustion until we give up on life.
I'm sure I'll come back once we are long gone. I'm dead. We've been pulling these weeds out. Not all the time can I get the roots out, so
I know.
they're coming back.
I'm just like trying to get the roots, the plants that are like really close to the pool. I had a nasty rash on my leg from whatever, something. It's like all right here.
This is up there again. Guess we're wearing long pants going forward.
Kind of hoping we don't let, like, once we're done all of the mulching and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we don't ever have to let the weeds get us bad.
Great.
It's just hard, like, to divide your time.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, so it's just like doing everything.
Yeah, it's like planting, building, mulching, weeding. There's so much to do. I had a rash on my arm too. Ugh. Nope, no root. For how long of a waiting list there is to see the amount of like untouched allotments?
Just talk to somebody and get about it. What's going on with that now?
Well, like here's the problem is it's almost like as long as you pay, then you can have it.
Yeah, but they could
But they should be like, you have to start working on it within like X number of weeks
Yeah.
of getting access to it.
I guess the question is if you were injured for 1 year.
Get someone else.
Temporarily.
Like you, the person who owns it. It's just hard to fight the weeds when you're surrounded by them.
Yeah.
And like all of these plots that are not maintained, all of these flowers and weeds and plants are all going to seed.
Yeah, and
They're coming right in here. Maybe I don't want to go camping in the summers anymore either, because it kind of feels like we're camping when we're here.
Yeah.
In the middle of a field.
It's looking a lot better, that bed.
This one?
Yeah.
I know, you can actually tell there's plants in it.
Yeah.
When we came here last weekend, there was like nobody here, and I think it was just too hot. People were smart enough to know not to come. But there's a lot of people here today. Oops. The hoary night. So.
Should I go do a load?
Huh?
Should I go do a load of thingamabobs?
I guess it's up to you and your interest and motivation.
Yeah, that's true.
Depends what you're more interested in doing.
I don't want to scrape at the moment, so I'm going to go get a load.
Okay.
I'm going to go to that pile over there.
You're going to try that one?
Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I mean, you'll only know if you do it.
Is it a shared pile, you think?
I would assume so.
Okay.
I mean, you could walk over there, and if you feel uncomfortable, you just turn around.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Good.
Better?
Yeah.
Same?
Better. Shorter, I feel. I feel like it's shorter.
And nobody called you out?
No, there's nobody there.
That's good, because then you can go with a pile of weeds and then go get a pile of mulch.
I'll keep bringing you spread eventually whenever you need to switch between weeding.
Where's the... Can you pass me the rake?
No?
I'm very... I don't know if it's like the giant cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I'm like so like shaky.
Oh, that's not good.
I know, this is just so much work.
Question is, should you switch over to mulch?
Well, I want this all cleaned up.
The issue is,
But we have to keep packing up the wheelbarrow every day.
the mulch is a two-person job.
It's not a two-person job. It just goes faster with two people.
Yeah.
But the problem is you can't mulch over here until I'm done what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I would say, as much as you want to say mulch is a two-person job, weeding is a two-person job in my opinion. So. Well, there's no point in putting mulch.
Will overpower them.
No! So it's like, I like to crouch and pick weeds because it's the closest thing to a break I'm taking. So, the government of Ontario has changed their threshold on anemia or iron deficiency. And before I was like right on the line of anemic, but now with the change of the rules, I'm like very, very much in the anemic category of low iron. And I'd already been like fairly low iron before, and then I donated blood, and I didn't realize that donating blood was gonna cause my iron levels to drop so bad. So I now get tired like really easily, on top of having hypothyroidism where I'm already tired to begin with. And so I haven't been getting much sleep, and I'm hypothyroid, and now I'm anemic, and so this is hard for me. Okay, it's been about 2 hours that we've been here, and I didn't videotape much of it because we're just silently working. We're just trying to get stuff done because we're both feeling a little discouraged by the amount of weeds that we have. And so we did a ton of weeding and added some more wood chips to the pathways. So I'll just show you guys. So we weeded here, and those wood chips are already breaking down. So we need to add more here. And Colin scraped and wood chipped this one. And then I scraped and we wood chipped this one here. And then we pulled out weeds from this one and added more on this one here, just to, because the weeds were coming through. So I'll give you a nice wide view. And so it doesn't look too bad on this side here, but you can really see what happens when it's unmaintained. And this is a perfect example over here. When we're not working on them, this is what they look like. And they look so bad. It's so hard to feel encouraged, like we're beating the weeds here. And then the pathways still look good here, but like these are my gardens. Like there's really only like 12 plants in there that are supposed to be in there, and the rest is all weeds. Like this is a really great example here. Like these are so bad. Here's my actual plant right there. And then there's one right there, but they're competing with just so many weeds, and it's like there's only so much time we have when we come here. So definitely a mental experience trying to overcome how we feel about what's going on here. But we're hoping that when next year comes, if we've mulched really heavily at both the pathways and the beds, that the weeds will be easier to pick and we can stay on top of them. But I mean here, like that's so bad, so bad. So this is, I think, why we're really quiet. It's a mix of feeling discouraged and just trying to get stuff done for the couple hours that we're here at a time. But I think we've put in, this will be the 12th video, and we come for a minimum of 2 hours. So 25 to 30 hours we put into this, and it still looks this way, which is pretty wild. And that is times 2 people, so 50 hours if it was me by myself. That's a lot of time. So, but my cauliflower, broccoli, and cabbages are looking pretty good. This is funny because this is under insect netting and they're the most eaten. So, but like these are looking really good. And then these ones are looking really, really nice. So these ones I planted first, and then those ones I planted later, which is why there's such a size difference. But I'm really happy. I'm hoping they can grow in time. And then here's my corn, and it's starting to tassel. It's only like 3 feet tall, but it's definitely making space for food. So as long as animals don't beat me to it, then I might be able to get maybe 1 corn per plant. We'll see. This one's actually got more than 2 here. So that's kind of neat. We'll see what happens. This was all just a fun experiment anyways. It wasn't meant to be anything too much. Oh no, I gotta cover them up, or the cabbage moth will get them. So anyway, we are harvest some stuff. We got a couple tomatoes and the turnip and a couple of radishes, and then we are gonna go. All right, we are off to the allotment again today. Our favorite thing to do every single week. And this time I actually packed the garlic, so I didn't forget that. And we are going to plant garlic and keep on working on the mulch, because that's a never-ending job. And we have a ton of cardboard this time, so I'm looking forward to it because now we can actually put some cardboard underneath everything and hopefully stop the weeds. So come along. They refilled the wood chips. How exciting for us. Oh yeah. So I'm trying to assess exactly what I want to do today, because it's like you look at it and you're like, oh, we need to do this and this and this. And of course it ends up being everything. So I'm just trying to come up with like a game plan, because the weeds are already back with a vengeance. Like, already weeded all of this, and of course the weeds are already coming back up. Same here. So, and then this is what we didn't work on last time and it's full, but then of course we want to do the back, and then we want to do here, and it all becomes a whole thing. But this was probably my most exciting thing to see from last week to this week. I'm gonna just turn around so my shadow's not here. Can you believe it? There's corn! And they're all over here too. I'm sure a raccoon will get them before I do, but what fun. This is so much fun. So, and I got a red tomato. So it is fun coming back. And I saw a bee here on my broad beans, and the cabbage is coming big. The broad beans?
Tons of flowers.
Yeah, I'm excited to be able to harvest off them too. So this is fun. Anyway, I guess talk strategy and then figure out what to do from there. So let's get started. Okay, so like there's obviously like a million different things we can do.
Yeah.
Like we go back and weed the stuff we already worked on to try and keep the weeds down.
Okay.
There's working on these rows that we didn't get to.
Well, we have all the
I need
cardboard.
to finish the garlic.
Yeah.
And then I kind of want to work on that, just even doing the back section there.
With cardboard or just weeding?
No,
Or?
just weed. I want to build the thing, weed it,
Yeah.
plant the garlic, and then put wood chips on that back row.
Okay. You have to focus on something.
And there's like obviously all of here.
So we have all of that cardboard. Like the biggest way to use the cardboard is on this path.
I think so too.
Yeah, so do we just do that?
I'd really like to try to get this
Let's take that. Yeah.
We tried a million times, if we can get it out.
It's loose
With the rain. Oh, is it coming? Maybe the two of us need to do it together.
Start scraping this. I'm doing mulch.
Yeah, but I need to do the garlic.
Okay.
So I might work over there.
Okay, then I'll start scraping this.
I might weed that big one, plant the garlic, and then try and do the back pathway. I know that's a shared pathway, but it's like...
We need it anyways.
Well, I just don't want the weeds. Yeah, I want to have that separation of the weeds. Do you
I
think
have to dig it out.
think it's a two-person job?
No, I'll dig it out.
Okay.
Go around it and dig it.
Okay, so then...
Scrape it, I guess.
Well, we're kind of doing the same job, but separately today.
Yeah, until you finish your garlic, and then you can help me.
Well, I have to weed the bed and stuff. And then scrape over there. I think we can go get wood chips together, maybe.
Sure, at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, this hose on you.
God, there's so many weeds. So I was writing a bunch of my newsletters yesterday, and I was having a good time doing it.
You're doing what?
I was doing them, and I was just really enjoying myself. So I think I like this new way of writing my newsletters. Like, instead of being like, oh, what do I talk about? What do I come up with? Like, what are the tasks? Yada yada.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing all the like specific like topics.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing one on the black cap chickadee.
What is that?
chickadees.
Oh, a specific type of chicken. Oh,
Yeah.
the one, the black cat.
Yeah, black cap chickadees.
Makes sense, okay? Yep.
Because they're just like, and then I looked and their range is all across Canada and all the northern states, so it's like relevant.
Yeah.
Like everybody who's on my newsletter list knows about this bird.
I've seen it at least, yeah.
And so I was looking at like interesting facts about it.
Yeah.
And so I learned that they live in hierarchies. Like they have a pecking order like chickens do.
Oh, cool.
And they have like,
chickens have hierarchies.
yeah, chickens have a really like aggressive pecking order.
Okay.
They bully each other if they're low on the list. So you have to be careful with your chickens because they'll like aggressively hurt other chickens. I know, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so chickadees have a pecking order too. And there's a specific call that they made. It's called like grunting or something like that. That they'll make to another chickadee if a low-ranking chickadee comes too close to a higher-ranking one. This is like chimps.
I wonder what that sounds like. Have we ever heard it?
Well, so I found a YouTube video that explains the different calls. So I've included it in the newsletter too.
Yeah.
So it's like literally I'll be like, here's a bunch of cool tips and here's a video to watch so you can like hear what it sounds like.
That's cool.
It like makes it so much more fun. Like writing the newsletter. And I'm learning so much stuff at the same time.
That's cool. Makes it a lot easier to write material.
Well, yeah, if they're interesting or kind of fun. Like if I find them fun, I'm hoping other people find them fun.
Yeah.
I want to be able to start the springtime where we have like the infrastructure set up.
Yeah.
So it's like we have our fence set up, we've got the mounds built. So all we have to do is come in, plant, and then weed, and then top up the mulch. Like that's my proper goal. So if like November is a half decent month to be able to keep working,
That would be good.
then I'd like to keep working. I just found one of my broccolis in the middle of all these weeds.
Yeah.
And it's like a fraction of the size of the other ones because of how competitive the weeds are. I swear people are like 24/7 tilling properties. Yet I don't know how.
Tilling all the time.
Yeah, it's like, but how could it possibly be happening? Like it's the end of the season, so unless you're tilling your whole property,
Yeah, it makes sense.
like flipping it. This garden is now looking like a garden again.
Yeah.
I feel like the chances of me getting strawberries out of this garden is like 0.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
Let's hope they're eating other stuff.
There's like a dandelion right beside the strawberries, but it's like sharing the same root paths as the strawberry plant. And so when I pulled out I didn't even get the root, but when I pulled out part of the dandelion, I ripped off like 6 strawberry flowers. With some actual berries that are coming out. Like to pull out this dandelion, I'm like pulling out the actual like strawberry plant. Sorry, strawberry. You'll thank me later though. I almost want to like dig up some of these lupins and just bring them home.
Good. You want to feed the rabbits?
Yeah. Well, they obviously grow really well here. Like, what is with having a dandelion so close to the base of this strawberry that you can't tell who's who? It'll be nice when I have my table here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want like a winter to see if what people leave behind over the winter.
There.
I don't want to work hard like reviving my chairs and my table just for someone to steal it. Because we both know that my furniture is so beautiful it's going to get stolen. Yeah. And then I'm going to have to buy just those plastic chairs that everybody uses. You know how I said I wanted to build like a little patio box here? Yeah. I was just thinking about that, and if we do that we'd have to be comfortable with mice living under it. And well, I kind of do, because then it's like they've got a buffet. Yeah.
I wonder if you can walk for them and keep clearing them out.
Because it's like, if I build a perfect place for them to hide, they don't need to go far if they have both shelter and food nearby. And like, I don't mind, like, there's going to be mice here. It's a massive field. Like, it's, there's no way around it. But I feel like, do I really want to host them? Do I want to be a host family to mice? Glad the neighbor's not here because I keep throwing slugs on their property. He's German.
Your parents still live?
That's odd.
It's Saturday class.
What do they have, recess?
Yeah, the Germans are up a little bit.
That was odd. Moving on to the garlic bed now, which is good. So that way we don't leave here today without planting the garlic. I am just taking a break while Colin goes to get wood chips, and I had been weeding the whole time and it wasn't too bad, but now I'm digging out this here, and that's when it gets really tiring because there's all these weeds here. And so technically this isn't part of my allotment, it's an alleyway that connects to all these other people's gardens, but I have a vested interest in this alleyway not being covered in weeds, so I'm working on digging out all of the weeds, and then I'm going to put some cardboard down and wood chips down just so it's, you know, for the people who have to. You can see this garden here is actually being used, and so they have to kind of walk through like all these like weeds and stuff, and I just don't think that's fair for people who are in the middle garden there. So I'm hoping the next time they come they see that I've made a little walkway so that way they don't have to maintain quite as much of their area to get to their garden. So I am really hot. I feel like my cheeks are a little red here, and I'm just going to keep working away on that and then building up this bed more, and then all of this is going to get planted with garlic, which I didn't forget for a change. I finally remembered the garlic, and so today is a garlic day, but we're kind of running out of time because we have a lot of work to do at home too. So let me just show you. I weeded these gardens. These are my mini beds that I need to build up wider because the pathway is just way too big over here. So I weeded, so obviously an animal or something got one of my plants there. And then I have this tiny little guy, I'll do a close-up later, but this one and this one were surrounded by major weeds, and so you can tell they got stunted really bad because of that, because of the competition, which is probably the same for this over here. I feel really bad, but it's just, it takes up so much time. And then I did the strawberries here, and I have the chives, and then obviously I stopped before I got there. So it's just really time consuming, and unfortunately I think we're done for the season. So yeah. Okay, so this is a mix of 2 bulbs that I bought and 2 bulbs that I grew, and so there's actually not as much garlic here as I actually want to plant because we have quite a large garden here. But I just want to tell you guys that this was the most satisfying task I've done probably in weeks here, is that we weeded the alleyway that goes to everybody else's gardens, and like it's the final piece other than the edge of our own, like this edge here and that edge over there. This is the final piece to finish off this garden, but we're too tired to finish behind the seating area, so we'll do that next time. And then this was the final garden that wasn't finished yet, and so I am going to be planting a bunch of garlic in here now. But to be honest, I want this entire garden to be filled with garlic, so I have to buy some more and finish planting it. But definitely such a satisfying area to be working on. Colin's getting the last little bit of wood chips to finish right there, but now anybody who needs to access their garden can come through the aisleway here. So I'm really excited that they have access and that it's finally looking so much cleaner. Okay, so the dibber is my favorite tool to be planting bulbs with because it just works so well. And so I'm actually just gonna start all the way back here. And then of course pointed tip up and the roots down. And I don't have mulch today, so I just have to know to come and mulch this next time I'm here and have mulch. Just trying to keep some uniformity to it, just because it looks nice. And of course you want to give them enough space that they can make a nice sized bulb. You don't want to give them too much space that you're wasting precious garden space. It sucks because when you first make these beds, they have no weeds on them, so they look so good. I just know the next time I come here, they're going to be so full of weeds. This guy's a honker. I'm also going to cover this with comfree, so that way it gets some nutrients. Last 4. Well, they got to make sure they don't get heaved from frost.
Yeah. What happens when they do get heaved?
When they get too shallow.
That's not the frost line, you know? Frost line is like 6 feet down, isn't it? Or 4 feet down.
Well, I mean, it's not getting heaved up like a fence. It's just they get brought up higher to the surface than they want to be. And then we'll mulch it with some mulch when Strathner's ready, and I'm going to put a crap ton of concrete on top too, just to help so it breaks down and feeds them in the springtime, because they don't have to worry about fertilizing them. Okay. Here. Can you fill this with water?
Yeah.
And then just water what we just did? I already brushed as much as I could with my foot. I think I maybe did like, can you grab that side? I think I maybe did like 24. I don't know if we should. Okay. Guys, I'm dead. I'm dead. That was enough. So I planted half the bed. We marked where, so I have the rest to do. 48 garlic would be amazing. And then I'm going to come back next week and keep weeding. But I think we're done mulching pathways for now because this is really tiring. And the plants need to be weeded. And I'm going to come and hoop every single row, so that way they can go further into the winter. So I'm going to bring hoops and clips and do everything under poly, I think I'm going to do. But it's almost 1 o'clock. We were only supposed to stay here till 12. So it's time to go because we are late. Sorry? Oh, doesn't matter. Just give them something. So we're late. We won't be home till 1, which was never the plan. So time to go. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and are enjoying my corn tasseling and growing corn and my broad beans and my cabbage. We really made the most out of getting a garden late in the season, and I'm proud of us. Although we're in like dozens of hours of work now at this point, and we're tired, so.
We got some tomatoes out of it.
Yeah, we did get tomatoes out of it. And I think we'll get broad beans out of it too. That's okay, I'm carrying it with you. And we'll get garlic next year. Had we not done what we did now, we would have never gotten garlic. So we are headed to the allotment again, and today we just really have one goal. We might weed a little bit. You never know until you get there and see what it's like. But we just have one main goal, which is to put up hoop houses, because we're now into October, so we want to make sure that we can protect all of our fall plants from any frost. And so I have to get all of the items together so that way we can bring them all with us, because right now all of my gardens have hooping on them, but I'm actually not growing anything fall garden wise in my garden at home this year. And so I actually am just going to bring a bunch of the items from this garden over to the allotment. And I probably should have had a bag or something to collect them in, but I'll find something. I found a wet tray that I'll put them in. So it's just these greenhouse clips that I'm going to put on hoops. That was like maybe 10. I need to. It's a little chilly out. Oops. It's a little chilly out for how I'm dressed, but once we get working at the allotment, I'm sure I'm gonna get really hot. So you can see a little bit of the hooping back there that I'm gonna have to climb through the tree for, but I'm gonna see if I have any more in my shed. I don't know if I want to bring these. These are cross pieces that I put in, but then it's kind of getting complicated, but it doesn't hurt to bring a few, I guess. Maybe I'll bring a harvest basket in case there's anything to harvest so I can stop using random bags. Let's see what other treasures I can find in the shed. Okay, I found a pot, but I think it's all T-bars. And if I do decide to connect these, then we need screws. But again, it doesn't hurt to bring some. Oh, a woolly bear. I hope I didn't step on you. Ow! Oh, you're there just
What's happening?
I smashed my knee on this.
Oh god. That's gonna really lose it really.
You need to go get the stuff from behind the shed.
Okay.
I was thinking we're bringing some T-bars, but the only problem with that is when we need
Screws and stuff. Yeah.
we might have baby screws.
Where?
Oh, watch the woolly bear on the ground too.
Where?
He's right there. I can't believe I just smashed my knee so bad. Guys, I walked right into the bike rack. Ow! My poor knee. And it's like a metal bike rack.
It's gonna be like Tick Central going through that.
Oh, you'll be okay.
Hopefully not rolling my ankles.
I go through there all the time.
You go through here?
Yeah. Why?
I think there's wasps and stuff in here.
I have yet to find one. You want to pass it to me?
No, I can't.
Careful of all the irrigation. Watch the woolly bear.
Okay, will you check me for ticks?
Good thing you got a haircut so we can see you.
Yeah.
See all the stuff.
Checking my
behind
ear.
you.
Checking my earlobes.
Clear. Clear.
Okay, glad you got that on video.
This is maybe the best.
Oh, watch your head.
This feels like
Why
it's
are you
gonna go
getting in
bad.
there? Why are you going in there?
This feels like it might be the best allotment video we've ever done.
Really?
Maybe. My poor knee. Oh. Ow. Just endlessly hurting myself. Ow. First I smashed my knee, then I hit my face. Okay, guys. Oh, my little Red Riding Hood basket is too full, it's tipping over. Oh, here comes another plane in case we don't get enough over the house. Can we see it? Not yet. She's a comin'. Oh, you should see it. That's a big one. There it goes. WestJet. Porter flight. For any non-Canadians, that is the only airline in the country that's mediocre at best. Also, my house is an obstacle course.
What's with the little sticks? What are you gonna do with the little sticks?
Well, can we find little mini screws and a screwdriver just in case? This is the problem with going to the allotment. It takes us hours to prep, but at least it's cloudy out-ish and October, so it's not so hot. But my knee still stings so bad. Okay, I'll get you back shortly. Okay, we are now driving to Lee Valley because we are short on greenhouse clips, and the website said they had them in stock. Whether they do or don't, I don't know. I've never even been inside of Lee Valley before, but they have a lot of gardening stuff, so I'm curious to see what they have there. So we'll keep you updated if we can find the equipment we're looking for. Otherwise, I guess we are doing some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Why is this guy in our lane? Some kind of hack to make it work, I guess, even though we brought nothing to make a hack. So, okay, catch you later. They have a lot of gardening stuff on their website.
Yeah.
And so, but then I think a lot of it ended up being like in-store only or something. We'll just do an awkward chin walk-in.
Not awkward.
This almost looks like one. These? Oh, maybe they just have.
The garden journal?
The people here are very nice and helpful. So I've enjoyed it so far. They're gonna give me clamps that are too big, but some cardboard to make it work. All right, guys, we got 2 packages of 1-inch clamps and some boxes. Paul was working. He was a very helpful man, and he offered us some cardboard boxes to try and make the 1-inch clips fit better because we need 3/4 inch. So thanks, Paul, for your help. Guys, this is the worst part about doing projects, is that it feels like forever to get places. It took us forever to pack up everything we need for the allotment. Then we had to stop at Lee Valley, which is the wrong direction to the allotment. And now we have to get gas. You can see in my reflection of my sunglasses, we're at the gas station. And it's like, ugh, it's already 2 o'clock now. By the time we get home, it's dinner time. And we'll have accomplished literally nothing today. So there goes a whole Sunday. So that's kind of annoying. Maybe it won't take us as long to hoop. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Who knows what it's going to look like when we get there. So somehow having only 2 days to your life means that you can get absolutely nothing done. All right, car's on. Now we're actually gonna get to the allotment. Okay, guys, we finally made it. It's really windy out. I love pulling up and being like, wow, look how good things look. Sorry for the wind, guys. Big the broad beans have gone. Oh, this is amazing. They're so big. Oh, love it. In the corn, tasseling. We got some wind to help with pollination. And my cute little cornsies. Well, I don't know what's going to happen if frost comes. I guess they'll be done. And I clearly have a lot of tomatoes to pick. Especially this guy here. And that one there. Whew, the wind is chilly. And then let's go see. Oh, so windy. These guys have blown up quite a bit. So some of them have been eaten down to stumps. That's too bad. That one too. So something's been eating them. Now I only have 2 left. That's pretty pathetic. And these guys, same here. Little stumpy. It's better to hide them with weeds apparently, then nobody knows to eat them. Do some weeding here maybe. Gotta lift those up higher. Look at that. Touching. Wow. Well, this half of the garden looks like a real garden. This one not so much. But, you know, we got here late. Everybody knows that. So, oh, there went the thingy-mabobsies. The cover for the chair, it ran away. Got blown away. Ooh. You matched the chairs. You can't put the chairs in the laneway. Oh, those broad beans look so good. I can't wait to grow a whole row of them. If we hoop everything,
Yeah.
then the mice are gonna have like this perfectly warm place to live. Never seen a broccoli or cauliflower split at the base into two plants. Okay, so right now we are installing the hoops and we're using PEX pipe. It's a bunch of stuff that we had left over from when we tried to create greenhouses at our house, our old house. And it's not like super strong. So we're fortifying it right now with some bamboo sticks. So the outer hoops will have bamboo sticks that are hammered into the ground and then the hoop's gonna go around it. So that's what we're doing right now. So Colin is working on hammering in the end pieces. So that way ones like here are a lot more sturdy. They still aren't perfect, but they're sturdier. So that's what we're doing. Keep up with us. We haven't been running the camera a lot lately because it's really windy, so you can't hear us anyways, but you may as well catch us doing this task now. How's yours going? Butter?
That one side went in well. This side not so well, but I'm hoping it's wet well enough.
I know.
Okay.
And then on top of it all, we're putting like the wrong size hooping.
The what?
Wrong size hooping. We have to do this middle one now too. We have to saw it one more time.
Or two more?
No, we only have, do we have enough for two?
We'll probably put that in half.
But will it make it too small? I say we attempt it.
Okay.
Because this all looks like it's cabbage, so I don't think it's going to get much bigger.
Yeah.
Or at least if this side's cabbage, we can keep it low on this side and high on that said it's gonna start raining around 6. I actually have no idea what time it is, but it's just like incredibly windy here, and everything we're doing is just being blown apart by the wind. And we just have a lot of stuff going on in our life right now that sucks. So I am struggling really bad with just trying to get this done and fighting the wind. And now we ran out of plastic and we still have 2 rows to do and no plastic. So I guess I'm coming back. And I'm just feeling really, really, really frustrated right now. And it sucks. So we're really concerned that we're gonna leave, and then the next time we come back here, everything will have ripped off and blown apart, and it'll be like on someone else's allotment or pissing someone off because of it just blowing around. And I don't know. I feel like we're fighting a losing battle here. As soon as the wind blows, that entire cloth right there just lifts right up. So it's like not even doing anything. And the weather says it's 26-kilometer-an-hour wind. There's no way that this is 26 kilometer an hour. This is like 40-kilometer-an-hour winds. How many clips did you find?
There's like 2 or 3 more.
Oh.
So I found like 6, I guess.
I don't know how anybody builds hoops and has them function properly. There you go. See that? Do you think maybe if you clip it, it'll hold it down?
Yeah. It's better like that, right?
Yeah. I mean, that one hoop came out of the ground though.
Which one? It came out of the ground. Oh, shit.
It's literally like a losing battle. It's like you get one thing fixed and the next thing breaks. I'm feeling super duper frustrated.
We'll drill it in. Like it's again.
Yeah. I guess we'll leave these 2 open for now, and then I'll come back, or we'll come back one night after work.
Okay, I'll just keep drilling now.
Yeah, just start drilling and I'll start cleaning up. I feel like I've like hit my peak of what I'm willing to do. I'm kind of mad.
Hoping this drilling into this plastic will help at least keep the plastic on the.
I don't know how many like holes. Like you're not drilling into the clamps, right?
No.
Just into
I
the.
think it's too bad.
Okay.
Just gonna put 2 on the ends, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I feel like maybe like one on the top down might be helpful, just to stop wind gusts. I don't know. I don't know anymore. At this point, I'm just thankful that we brought the screwdriver, the drill, because I think I would have felt really uncomfortable leaving any of this up. See, and like the clips, even the clips that are the right size come off. It's like this plastic is too slippery.
That's probably it. I'm hoping with the drill, they won't be able to.
Definitely feel like I need some wine after this. I think we should bring more bamboo stakes
Okay.
and fix some things.
Okay.
Okay guys, nothing went according to plan, and you can see it's still super windy, but we picked a whole basket of tomatoes because we thought that this was going to be our last visit here today, and by the time you guys see this we'll be back, but we're headed to Turkey at the end of the week, so we'll be gone for a couple weeks and can't come back here, which is why we were trying to cover everything, so by the time we get back it's still alive. But the wind and the weather have other plans, so we have to come back for 2 more of these. But I'm really hoping that the corn and the fava beans survive. Time will tell. Hey guys, we just got back from Turkey yesterday, and It's been mostly really beautiful weather while we were out of town, like in the 20s, which is wild for October. And we are going to go to the grocery store, and so we thought we'd stop at the allotment. So I was just going to take you guys along as we see how the allotment handled 2 weeks without us, and if anything's still alive, if we can harvest anything. And so this is just going to be a super quick video, maybe like 5 minutes long or something. Just our experience, seeing what it looks like 2 weeks at the end of October without anyone caring for it. So let's go. All right, we're almost here. The gate's open, which is good news, so we can drive all the way to the allotment. Oh, I feel like so many people took stuff down since we were here, eh? Everybody still
everybody cut their stuff
Even
down.
that guy who had the most beautiful allotment here has taken everything down. Lots of work had been done in 2 weeks. Huh. I bet you he owns 2 plots.
Oh, that's fresh. That's a lot of soil.
All right, please let's not have our hoop houses broken into a million pieces. I'm very nervous. The corn looks dead. But the... look at it all ripped to pieces. But the broad beans look amazing. Hey, they're not dead though. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's show everybody this. Are you seeing this? Are you even reacting to this? Like, everything is still flowering, but the problem is if it's not above 10 degrees, there's nobody here to pollinate it.
Oh, yeah, I don't see a single... What do they look like? Are they at the top?
They should be at the bottom.
At the bottom?
Pollinate from the bottom up.
Yeah, but I don't see a single flower.
I mean, it's supposed to warm up over the next couple days, so like some bees maybe are still flying. I don't know.
I see raspberries.
We don't have raspberries.
Strawberries.
Oh.
Strawberries all over there.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm super glad the plants are still alive.
Yeah.
But shit.
Yeah, they're alive.
I'm so curious about this corn.
What was in here?
Same thing, all like cabbage and stuff. Okay, well. Here, you want to open this?
Get all these clips. Can I open it?
I can't
I
do
don't
it
think
with
it's
one hand.
pollinated. It looks very thin. We waited months for this. Hey, you got corn.
No,
they
it's not
frozen?
perfect, but
Oh, corn.
shit, we have corn.
Corn. Baby corn.
Okay, well, we'll pick that, and then there are berries on there.
Yeah, you go,
Oh, I'm
don't
so
step on the
upset by
plastic.
all this stuff. I felt so good leaving it, and obviously we shouldn't have felt good about it. Shoot, that's a lot of strawberries.
Yeah, nothing ate it, too.
They're a little frozen berries.
Frozen berries.
Still flowering and everything. Damn.
That's a good looking strawberry.
Yeah. Okay.
Hoop fell down.
All the hoops seem to have kind of fallen. They've made it so far. Some of these look really good. It's almost like this only recently happened.
You think so?
I don't know. Some of these like snapped in half. Shit. Okay, let's do some stuff. And the mice can't get it if they're frozen.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a bag of corn. Oh, that one came off here. I can't believe they broke in half. Was there a screw in them or something?
What broke now?
These were this short when we bought them?
They're short. They are that short.
That doesn't make sense.
I know.
Oh, those are the Amazon ones.
They're all like that.
Ah. We have 3 different types of clamps going on here. Oh. I mean, it's supposed to warm up again.
Gotta come back.
All right, so everything's covered to at least make it through a couple more nights. And then we'll come back maybe Wednesday when it's like 20. Yeah? Okay. Just so we can make it a little bit better. I don't know what the plan will be, but...
I gotta check what day.
All right.
I got rabbit on Thursday.
Okay. We'll see what happens, but we'll come back. Good enough for now. Oh, I missed a corn. Oh, no, I didn't. It just stayed there. Can't wait to peel them later.
Yeah, I'm curious about it.
All right, Los Gates. Okay, I am going to shuck all of these corn and see if we ended up with any corn. I planted these really late, like maybe like mid to late June. I'd have to go back and look at when I planted them. So it was really an experiment to see if they would grow anything, but like some of these are pretty large. I'm also hoping that there's no earwigs in here that are gonna come running out when I open these. But fingers crossed that they got pollinated. So wet. I do not have. I was just about to say I don't have a good feeling about this. Oh my god. Check it out. That is a good corn. Okay. Some of them are really small and I'm not expecting anything off them, but I pulled anywhere that had an ear of corn, I pulled it. So like this one here is like tiny, if you see the size difference. So I'm not expecting anything, but it'll also be cute to see what they look like as little babies. Oh, so tiny. I wonder if I can still eat this. Maybe this is what baby corn is. Oh, it's so cute. It smells like baby corn. Like it's got little kernels on it. Yeah, like it's got little kernels. Next one, pretty similar in size. I think this was pollinated too. Just they look a little sad because I guess technically they were frozen. So they are breaking really easily because of that. I literally just broke the whole bottom off of this thing. But I think it'll still be edible, even if they did freeze a little bit. Because I think while we were away in Turkey that the weather hit below 0 and it got frost because you guys saw the whole plants were dead. Another one. Less pollination here. That first one was like too good to be true, I guess. So here you go. I think that these were actually all pollinated and they just didn't have a chance to grow yet, but and then you saw that I picked some strawberries. Okay, I have 3 left. This one also kind of feels like there's nothing in it. So I would definitely plant them later again, but maybe not quite as late as this. And these are the peaches and cream, like your typical corn. Also fully pollinated. This is incredible. Like, you can kind of tell the difference. I'd totally eat this. Yes, I sniffed it. Yep, wrong direction. Let's see what's in this little baby. This is... Oh, they're so delicate from being frozen. I already cracked it a little bit. So pollinated on this side and not pollinated on this side. last one. This is the one we opened up at the allotment. I'm so proud of it. Oh, so this one too, same thing. This one was partially grown. Again, partially pollinated, or partially fully pollinated and still growing when the frost hit. But I'm still gonna make these. I'm still gonna eat them. So this is my weird late Halloween corn harvest. I'm pretty proud of it. So now that I know that I can grow corn successfully at the allotment and that I can plant it later if I needed to, I'm definitely going to include this in my plan for my allotment. And I am going to use my square foot garden planner that I built so that way I can organize all of my rows of what I want to plant and how much I can fit in there. And if you guys haven't seen it already, I will link it in the description below and put a little preview up here for you guys to look at. But it's this really cool interactive tool that you can download off my website, and it'll help you plan out your garden. And so I'm going to use that to figure out just how much corn I can fit in my allotment, so that way I can have another harvest like this again next year. Anyway, super quick allotment video. We are going to go back maybe on Wednesday when the weather is warmer, and I don't know what we're going to do. Try and do a better job of hooping. I think what's happening is that the plastic doesn't go all the way to the ground, so the wind can get under it and then it pulls it up in a storm. But the plants seem to be still doing okay. Tonight's supposed to go down to -5, so we'll see how it goes. And we had just run out of poly, and that's why we did it the way that we did it. And poly's super expensive, so I didn't really want to buy anymore, but I'm not sure how I feel. I might have to think about buying some more. I have till Wednesday to decide what we're going to do there. And then I am buying 3 switchgrass bales. So I'm going to mulch the allotment. And then I'm going to chop down all my comfrey this week when it's warm too. So that way I can mulch all of the allotment with comfrey and with the switchgrass. So that way it'll break down over the winter and give me some really high quality soil in the spring. Hey everybody, we are going to go pick up the switchgrass bales that I bought, and we're going to take them to the allotment. We now have to start working on weekends only because the sun sets now at 4:45 in the afternoon. So we are just going to head over to this farm and go pick them up, and then we're going to lay them over top of the allotment, and we'll see if the hoops survived the week again and how all of my cabbage looks. We got a really hard frost on overnight last night, so I don't know if the hoops are covering them and if the plants have still survived. So we will find that out today, and then we are going to cover all of the gardens up with the switchgrass. That way we can keep the cabbage and cauliflower good into the rest of November. Hopefully it's supposed to be 19 degrees on Tuesday, Wednesday, so the weather's been ridiculously warm. And then the switchgrass will also keep the soil warm and feed it into next year as mulch. So that is what we're going to do today, and stay tuned to see how it all goes. Or we're gonna have to push some of the stuff out of the way.
You only ordered 3?
Yeah, only 3.
Okay, that should work. You can put the third
one up top there.
Yeah.
There's still straw in here from last time.
Yeah.
We picked this up from the street. Someone was giving it away, so we can move all of our allotment stuff from our Metro bag into there so we can take our grocery bag back. Okay guys, we are on a bumpy road, so excuse the camera, but we just went to the farm and picked up our bales. So we've got the 3 bales in here, and now we are headed to the allotment. All these roads. And we should be there in half an hour, and then we'll see how long it takes us to get the soil covered up. But I'm looking forward to doing this, so I'll catch you in 30 minutes. Okay guys, we just got here and same as last time, all of the plastic is just pulled off from the wind. And so I think we're just gonna call defeat here. I don't know what to do. I really don't want to lose all these plants, but like this is bad. It's actually just like really frustrating, to be honest. Oh my god. I like these plants are so big. I don't want to just lose them. This feels so frustrating. Oh, I guess the broad beans took a hit. No. I guess those are done. Too bad, we didn't even get a single harvest off those broad beans.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Okay, well let's put the straw down, all the mulch down, then let's reconsider if we want to put anything back up again.
Well, it's either, so we're going to take the...
Well, we're going to mulch everything, but like if you look at your, like these things are so small, we may as well just not cover these ones again. But like some of the cabbage or something, like maybe we'll just cover some stuff.
Okay.
But this looks like it's pointless. So I really wanted this to work for us, but it's not, because we talk about this all the time, is in like a pursuit to save money and not use as much plastic, we don't cover things properly, and then the hoops fail because we're being cheap and stingy, and then we just get upset and mad that things fail. And this is like our 4th time using hoops where we've been stingy in our lives, and the result is the same every time, and yet we keep trying it over and over again. So maybe we need to learn our lesson for a change. So anyway, we're gonna mulch everything and try and put it back together, and we'll see how it goes. It's just annoying. It like blows like right off of it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But of course we also like grilled some of these in.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that's like super alive, I want to keep alive.
Not thick enough?
Maybe we can take some, like, we can like double it up so that way the wind can't go under.
Yeah.
Like take this one and then run it on one side and that on the other so the wind can't
for
go.
that one.
And then if we use something heavy to hold them from blowing.
Yeah.
Seems like only the cabbage is really doing that decent. Covering up the garlic, which it will be very happy for.
It's going to be more than we need, I think.
Oh, I don't know. We still have to do quite a few. Plus we can always thicken it up some more. Or just leave the whole bale here for the spring.
Oh, that's going to be a nice nest.
I don't think it'll be hard to use it. Like we just make really, really thick mulch if that's the case. And then come spring, we can thin it out if we need to give the soil to breathe in. Or so that the garlic doesn't get drowned out by mulch or something. Do you have some of those?
You've covered yours too high. Give me a little bit more credit. Okay.
Yeah, like if we're gonna, like, we may as well use the ones that fit properly then, yeah. If we're gonna.
Oh, there's one over there.
One?
No, I don't know what it is, but there is one.
I'm just thinking that we should use the right proper size ones if we're gonna keep some stuff uncovered.
Take the big guys at least, keep them together.
Here's another big one. I like look at it when we do it and I'm like, this should stay covered. And then we come back and it's the exact opposite.
Hello. How are ya? Good. Did you guys just move into that lot?
Yeah, we got it like midsummer.
Nice.
So we didn't plant anything this year, but
Prepping for next year?
yeah, it's any gardening, so.
Oh, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
we got this one this year too in like
July maybe?
Oh yeah, same with us. Wow, you guys did really well.
We killed it, and
Yeah.
then we grew a little bit of tomatoes. What else did you grow?
Corn.
A little
Well,
bit
we
of corn.
tried the broad beans, but the frost got them first.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
late, so
I know.
Didn't
it was-
expect much, but
Yeah, but this looks good. But is it cabbage?
Yeah,
cabbage, yeah.
most of
Yeah.
it's cabbage. There's some cauliflower. I don't know what's under there. I don't want to open it. It's the only one that
awesome.
hasn't
I
broken
was-
into a million pieces.
Afraid to do anything like cauliflower, but it looks like it's growing well.
yeah, it's growing. I don't know if it'll last. It's gonna
The
die.
hoops keep falling apart, which is
Yeah.
very irritating for us.
If we built
what?
it properly.
These hoops keep collapsing,
Oh.
which is very irritating. But
Yeah.
well, we're being lazy too. We're
Yeah.
like, this should work. It's not.
I know that's the garden, right? So it's like, yeah, how much do you want to put into it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it totally, but it looks great.
Yeah, so we got some garlic in the back there for next year. and
Yeah,
then-
that's what I did
some
too. But I'm
strawberries.
like, I don't know if it's gonna grow. I hope so.
yeah, it should.
Should.
So
There were really small little cloves that I had, but
they'll just make you small bulbs. Who cares?
maybe.
Yeah.
It's better than
We'll do
nothing.
something. Yeah.
So
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
it's just a never-ending battle against all the weeds around here.
Yeah.
We can,
Great.
We tilled and then like there were I guess they planted what was mint.
Mint.
It's like everywhere is mint.
Oh.
It's like impossible to take out, so it's just popping up
Yeah, it's
all
pretty
the time.
invasive, isn't it?
it's so bad. So we've been here like, I think we'd put in like 3 hours a week, and you can't even tell because it's just.
Oh,
like,
it looks
I
good.
think it looks great.
Oh, that's
And
because
you're
the
like,
weeds have
look
died
at
in the frost.
how much you did. Like,
Yeah,
I
know.
wouldn't have known that you just started this year. Like, ours was like, it was up to here with grass.
same.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
hard
ours
work.
was like
pretty
that
much like
one.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we've
got a
been
roof
trying.
fence, so that's what we're gonna do in the spring is fence this off. And
Well, we had a
Yeah.
fence and someone stole it.
Oh, good.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way. Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I thought maybe. Because we're going to do the same, I think.
Well, everybody has a fence. Why would ours get stolen? And it's like it got stolen after we took control, so it got tilled, and someone stole it after that. So it was like obvious that we were here. So I don't
Right.
know why you would take
It's
it.
really weird. It was like a
Chicken wire is like 4 foot tall chicken wire, and that's like over
kinda
a dollar
like
a
that.
linear
Oh,
foot.
yeah. That's terrible. Oh, that's
So
really weird.
it's like a $50 theft. That's a lot of money.
It's a drag.
Well, it's the effort, the energy and
annoying,
effort to put it
yeah.
in is more like,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. Like, that's a lot of work, right?
We've been functioning without one because I'm like, we'll wait till the spring.
Put the trail cam on it.
Yeah.
I
them
feel,
down.
I feel like you do need a trail cam because I hear like we don't know a lot of people around here because
Yeah.
we're new, right? But I've overheard over there like somebody come in and like pick everything at the late season,
Oh.
and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like the whole season you grow something
That's the
and
whole
somebody comes in,
point, yeah.
but you never know because people. You just don't know who's walking around, and people
Right.
walk with a grocery bag and they pick stuff, and everything.
Right.
Cool. They need it, but it's like if you spend your whole year on it,
That'd be
that
irritating.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we've got a lot to like experience
Yeah.
here still.
We'll be
right?
watching each other.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Like, unless it looks like the two of you.
Thankfully, we're like a small plot between two very large ones.
Yeah,
so
we're
hopefully
kinda hoping
their harvest is better than ours. I said that out loud, but it's true.
You should put up a sign and be like, we don't know what we're doing.
We don't.
There's no point in stealing.
Your own risk.
So now that I've got everything covered up here, I am going to go home and use my square foot garden planner that I built. It's this cool interactive tool that I will show you guys right here, and you can see how you can plan what you want to plant, and it'll tell you how many plants to put per square foot, and also creates a shopping list or a seeding list on it. And so I am going to use that over the next couple of weeks to plan out what I'm going to plant here. And if you want to grab it yourself, I'll put it in the link below. It's really awesome. And otherwise, I'm going to get back into putting down the hay. Okay, guys, we are now just cleaning up. So we're going to attempt the hoops again, even though they failed last time. It's like a mix of there's no support across here. So when it rains or snows, it collapses them in the wind. But we are going to just keep doing the same thing, you know, which is the definition of being dumb, I guess. I can't believe how many people are here today. So we are just going to tidy up, and then everything's nicely covered. This is where my garlic is, and I think we'll just leave this here because we'll need to add more wood chips here. They have started to go away. Well, how's this guy supposed to stay warm? Get all tucked in nice. There we go. And the no-name umbrella can find its way home. There's so much straw in my shoe. It's stabbing me. Ha-da-da. But it looks so good. I don't know if I'm gonna cut my comfrey back now and let it dry at home and then cover it up, or if I cut it back and then lay it on top of the hay, because I feel like that would be really ineffective. The theory was that I was going to put the comfrey down first and then put the straw down second, but obviously that didn't happen. So I have to rethink that. But until then, we'll come back in a week and see how everything is doing. I don't have much hope for getting any cabbage, but it's kind of fun trying. It's all an experiment. It is Sunday morning, which means that it is farmers market day today, and we're going to go to the allotment. I'll explain a little bit more about that later, but we are going to head to the farmers market, which is our favorite thing to do on the weekend. They are now only indoors on Sundays versus our favorite Saturday market. So we're going to head there now, and I'm going to take you along with me, and then we're going to head over to the allotment because we have some work to do. So come along. It's farmers market time. I'm hoping that even though it's November, that they still have quite a lot of vegetables that we're looking to buy. We have a few favorite farmers that have like pretty good prices that are competitive with the grocery store, and they're organic and they're local to Ottawa, and they're just really nice people. And so we pretty much hit up our favorite people and then leave, because there's a lot of other stuff that we don't eat or don't buy, but it's a really nice thing to do on a Sunday morning. So I'll show you guys what it looks like in there. Cabbage and onions.
I think so. Do we have enough onions in there?
We have yellow but no red.
Sure. Okay. And then the cabbage?
Yeah. So we've spent maybe like $50 here so far. I think 17 at the first place and 34 at the second place. It's organic too.
Yeah.
We got some of that there, and then like a whole bag's worth of stuff. So, all right, we're done. We got quite a bit, and now we go to Whole Foods to get what we can't get at the farmer's market, especially since it's mid-November, so obviously they don't have everything that they need. So we are now heading over to Whole Foods to finish up our grocery shopping. They're the only place in Ottawa that really sells organic vegetables, and it's not even near our house, so it's always quite the jaunt, so we like to do both at once. And for some reason I forgot to bring my purse and a coat, and so I'm freezing my butt off. So I don't know who would think that in November in Canada you don't need a coat, but here I am without one. And then we have to go to the allotment to work after, so hopefully I do enough physical labor that it warms me up. So anyway, we will catch you guys once we get to the allotment, and then I'll tell you what we are up to because we're getting evicted, so we have some work to do. All right, so we just made it to the allotment, and as I would expect, all of our hoops have been ripped off again. And so we're here for a couple of reasons. One, I'm just tired of coming here purely for the sole purpose of looking to see if our hoops are together, because it's like a 25-minute drive from our house, and to come see this is just really irritating. The second reason is that I got an email yesterday or on Friday. It was the final newsletter, and they are closing the gate down as of November 18th, which isn't a big deal, but they also want everybody to clean their stuff up. And they said that if you had any plastics or anything in your allotment, that they would come through and throw it out. And so I don't know if they would consider my hoops to be garbage, or if they wouldn't even want us to have it here and that they're going to clean it up and throw it out. And so instead of me taking the risk or me emailing them, we're just going to come here and clean everything up, because there's really not that much growing here anyways. It was more of just an experiment, and it's getting to the point where instead of it being enjoyable, it's becoming a chore coming here. So this is our last Sunday video and our last allotment video until the springtime when we can get back here. And it's a well-needed winter break for me because I'm getting pretty burnt out from gardening. And so we are just going to do a quick cleanup, and then that'll be it for the allotment videos. Okay guys, so that is a wrap on the 2024 allotment gardening season. And I guess it's for the best, because as we expected, there were mice living under here, and they seem to be leaving the cabbage alone, but I'll show you the cauliflower and the broccoli so you can see it's being eaten. So, I mean, why wouldn't you be a mouse living in the warmth under a hoop house with food being eaten? But I am a little disappointed because the cabbage is looking so big and beautiful, but I'm very well aware that with the cold weather, plants grow a lot slower, so I don't think these were ever actually going to make it. But like, they're forming heads and everything, so I must say I am a little disappointed to be leaving these behind, but I am going to come back at least once more and see if anything survived, depending on how the weather's doing, because this November has been insanely warm, and so things might keep growing. Who knows? But if they don't, thanks for following along as we converted this old field into a food producing place that will be ready to go next year.